right, then we are starting the stream in 3, 2, 1, go.
Sure.
Sure.
And I hope that worked. Because if it did, hello. And if it didn't, fuck.
Oh, yep, I see it.
Hey.
There we go.
Right on. Then I'm going to put this back over here so I don't get distracted by us. And I can look at you in front of me. And I don't need you. And I might need you for reference. And then let everything settle as I'm watching the stats. Settle. And also just time for people to walk in.
Yep.
How does it look?
Yeah,
I don't
looks
see any
looks fine so
result.
far.
Looks
that's
fine,
me.
sounds fine.
Yeah.
I'm doing a
Oh, Anthony, we should change our font colors. We can't see them.
it's a little tough. Yeah, I can tweak it. Yeah, I'm bouncing in the 40s for my FPS. My frame missed due is right now at 2%. I don't know what is bad. My FPS is red, so that seems bad.
Yeah, it's it's just you that's like a little bit choppy, but that's to be expected. But everything else looks totally fine. Everything else sounds fine.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So try not to let that distract me.
yes, try not to let that distract you.
Got it.
Yeah. You don't need no
Corman Revi.
You don't need no distractions.
I'm hosting this week, so let me know any little tweaks that. Oh my god, I missed my green screen already.
You get used to it.
Let me know any tweaks we need to make since this is a fresh build, rebuild of the UI, not the UI, the
overlay. The overlay, yeah.
Overlay.
Yeah, the font color for sure.
All right, working on that.
We were trying to be fun.
Listen, mine was tough to read, so I was messing with it. Then I got distracted by other things.
So I kept it white.
Switch it up real fast. I know.
Yeah, you can change it back to white.
Done and done.
Also,
whitey tighty.
Yeah.
I haven't worn those since grade school.
Oh, they look good.
Yeah, if you add just like a white border to that, that'd make it easier as well. Also, just in case anything goes wrong, I'm also hosting the stream over on my channel, twitch.tv/JordanIsABear. So worst case scenario, switch over to that, or we'll just immediately try to host from here to my channel, so there's not much of a break in conversation or whatever.
I was trying to get my shit to work. It don't work. It keeps saying I'm offline.
Oh, you know, it's gonna say you're offline because you're not streaming, but you'd be hosting.
Yeah, it still didn't do nothing. It just was like I was putting the code into the ether, and it was just doing nothing. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. We'll figure it out later.
Maybe it's like one of those things where you have to stream first before you can host. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know how it works.
Maybe. Yeah.
I ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
Look, let's be honest. He's going to cut all this out anyway. This is boring. So.
Yeah. Not yet, but this is boring.
Out of the podcast, but they are out there hearing us right now. The
also
show is live.
Yes, I understand how the show works.
So, guys,
not that dumb.
I watched 3 movies this weekend.
So did I.
You got busy.
I think.
Yeah, 2 of those movies were a good old time. Great time. I had a fun time with those movies. And there's one movie which I am struggling to remember.
I know you saw 2. What was the third one you saw?
I saw The Lost City starring Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum.
Yay!
That looks fun.
It's a very fun movie. You know exactly where it's gonna go.
Yeah, of
but
course
it's a fun
you do.
ride.
Yeah. You go into that going like, all right, I know what's happening. I'm here to watch these people I enjoy do funny things in a jungle.
Yeah.
I'm all for it, 100%.
It was a lot of fun. I went with my parents. They seemed to enjoy it. I was very delighted to see Brad Pitt in the movie because I didn't know he was going to be in the movie.
Oh, had you not seen the trailer?
I only saw like the one trailer. I was like, all right, I understand this movie.
I don't think I saw the trailers either.
But it's great because I mean Channing Tatum, he's just the cover model for Sandra Bullock's romance author books.
Harlequin books.
Yeah, so he's just the cover star, and he usually has the Fabio flowing locks and whatnot. And then Brad Pitt shows up, and Brad Pitt he's actually the dude. Like he's got the flowing locks. He's a badass, and then he gets shot like 20 minutes into the movie.
Oh
no. Which I think he just wants to do that now. Just I want to be in this movie, not too long. I don't want to be the star or lead. I'll just be there for a bit part and I'll leave.
If he just wanted to like fuck around in movies, I'd totally buy it. He
seems
like the kind of guy who's just like, oh no, I don't want to star in this. I just kind of like want to poke in and out.
Just like his 2-second cameo in Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
It's great.
That seems to be that guy's kind of MO.
Yeah. Steph, Brad Pitt was the invisible guy in Deadpool 2.
It's been so long, I don't remember it.
He was invisible.
It's literally
That's probably why I didn't remember.
It's all right,
because
Steph.
I didn't see him.
It's a 5-second joke that it kind of lands. So like,
gotcha.
And then you saw Sonic, which you were raving about online.
I was very happy to see Sonic 2.
I had a fun time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. There's so many things. There's things that happen in that movie that I never could have dreamed of seeing on the silver screen, and it was there, and it was great. I'm not gonna say what it was.
Do they do a lot of inside jokes?
Yes, there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot more references to the Sonic stuff. So I'm actually higher on Sonic 2 than I am on Sonic 1. Kind of like in the games.
Now, do you think that's because Sonic 2 is new and fresh? Or do you think...
Yeah, well, there's definitely recency bias is a thing for Sonic 2.
Yeah.
But I also think it's just a better movie because, one, now they know like what they're doing with these movies. So they're able to integrate like more actual Sonic lore and Sonic themed things and Easter eggs. So it's just like an evolution. So if there is a Sonic 3, which is teased at the end, I hope to God Sonic 3 gets made because it's going to be great.
Well, it made a bunch of money. I'm sure it's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm great. I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for it. It's going to be so cool. Idris Elba was great as Knuckles.
Oh, right on.
So good.
Yeah.
Is there an aspect of the first one that got like dumped because now the movie's more confident in itself?
Less,
or they're more confident in the movie?
Less humans.
Good.
Like they have their part. It's still, but it's way smaller compared to the first movie because this one it's a lot of Sonic and Tails, which that's what we want.
Novice question in the Sonic world. So Jim Carrey says he doesn't want to do any more movies after this one.
Yeah.
So is there another villain in the Sonic lore that they could bring in for the third movie? Okay, so he does fight other people. As far as I know, he always just ever fought Robotnik.
Yeah. He's the main villain.
Okay,
like,
so there are other things they can dip into. Okay.
Oh cool. Which
is there other villains in Mario or is it always Bowser?
There's other villains. They're way lesser known, but there's other villains. Right. Yeah, like
Wario and Luigi.
I guess Wario and Luigi. That'd be interesting.
Because Bowser, then you got all the kids. Then you got all his little minions that are all their little separate
I count that
monsters.
as all just Bowser.
Yeah.
Like and the wizard guy.
Oh.
As much as I love Part 2, I don't remember what the fuck you fought at the end of Mario Brothers 2.
Oh, there's a giant frog.
That's kind of like
yes, Ward. Thank you, Rovi.
Was the frog so? Wow, I don't remember that at all. Huh.
And I love Mario, and I forgot.
Yeah,
I don't know the names.
Well, because here's the thing with Mario 2. Originally, that game was, I think, Doki Doki Panic, something like that.
God bless you.
And then they're like, "Oh, this isn't gonna sell. Let's just throw Mario in it." So they just replaced all the main characters with Mario.
Well, that's why I enjoyed that one, because it was so different.
Yeah,
back in the day, but I don't remember much past, Peach being able to fly and shit like that.
Yeah,
so.
Peach can float for a limited time. Luigi has a slower but more floaty jump. Yeah, Mario was just Mario. Toad was just faster and jumped a little bit shorter than Mario, but they brought aspects of those characters back in like Super Mario 3D World and 3D Land.
Yeah, that was it. Revive. Toad could like dig real fast.
Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember that. My dad used to use Toad because of that. He was just like, oh, he's quicker. I was like, okay.
Yeah. And then the actual Super Mario Brothers 2 just became Super Mario The Lost Levels, which is more or less Super Mario World 3, Super Mario Bros. 3, but different stuff. Anyway, so yeah, there's if they just got into like some agreement with Square Enix and brought in some Super Mario RPG villains, that'd be great. Just put Booster in a movie. I would like to see Booster in a movie. Booster, anyone? Booster? Anyone? Booster?
I know Booster Gold.
I know the name, but I don't have a face.
But then Jordan.
Yep.
How was that third movie?
Oh boy. Okay. Morbius. Morbius is a movie.
Yep.
More like lesbius, am I right? Yeah? Yeah?
I get it.
Like in
I get it.
Yeah.
When I randomly punch you this weekend at one point, I want you to know now that's what it's for.
Revi's got the better punch up, Snorbius. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate your support.
Don't encourage it, Mark.
Mark's a stand-up comedian. He knows a good joke when he hears it.
Ooh, that was a bold statement coming from you.
Yeah. So it is. Okay. It is. No, that's not the right word. I was gonna say it's a competent movie, but it's not. But it is a movie. Okay.
Is it?
It's one of those movies.
Like,
yes, please.
Is it Blade 3?
Blade 3 is a much better movie.
I don't know. I haven't seen Morbius. I can't compare the two. But Blade 3 is a significant drop in quality from Blade and Blade 2.
You know what? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yes. Yes.
So is it as good as Blade 3?
I would say it's worse than Blade 3.
Oh,
because it's one of those things. It's one of those things where if you spend more than 5 seconds thinking about anything that's happening, it's like, wait, that doesn't make sense.
Not to derail your review, but he said something. So you brought up Blade 3, which is what has been being said around the store. So like customers are like, it's like Blade 3. And it's like, why is that suddenly the comparison that these two movies share? Because, Blade is
Marvel
3 is
vampires.
Right. And Blade 3 is relatively considered the lesser of the three. even though I would prefer to watch Blade 3 over Blade 2 any day because it's so bad, it tickles me endlessly how dumb it is. I think Guillermo bit off way more than he can chew in part 2. I don't like it. But 3, though, has a scene that makes me laugh out loud. And I brought it up to a customer this weekend. And if you don't remember, I'll refresh your memory. When Russian Doll gets killed in the movie, Natasha Lyonne, and her daughter is holding her lifeless body, and they're in a giant shower at the bottom of the boat because that's what happens. She starts crying and the music swells up and very energetic. And Blade just yells at the little girl to use it. And he's like, use it. And you're just like, use what? She's 10. You have to explain what you're saying. Like, you're just saying things. I made that joke and my customer goes, have you ever heard the soundtrack? I was like, oh, no. Why would I want to hear the soundtrack? He goes, hold on. So he pulls it up on his phone. He goes, here. He hits it. And in between the songs, they do that, use it. Beat, 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 use it, beat, beat, beat. And I was like, I love this even more now than I did 5 seconds ago. Like,
wow.
Yeah. Like, apparently his lines are peppered throughout the entire soundtrack.
Oh, soundtrack? Jeez.
Oh,
yeah, I was like, this is
awesome.
amazing.
I need to watch this now
and
listen to it.
Time.
Yeah, I was like, what? But anyway, back to you. He made me think of that. I derailed your review, but
yeah. There's again so many things that if you spend more than 5 seconds thinking about it, it doesn't make any sense. So let's start. Okay, the movie starts with Morbius in the helicopter landing at this cave. The vampire bat's the only thing that's learned to live off of blood alone. That's why I'm trying to get these bats. Mercenary guy's like, well, give us the money first because we don't want to be here for this. Yeah.
What mythical disease does he have?
McGregor syndrome.
They never actually say, but it's some blood disease.
What?
It's some blood disease that leaves him with basically brittle bone disease.
He got burned bone disease.
He got burned bones.
Yeah, like they never actually say what it is, but apparently
they never give it a name.
They never give it a name, no. But apparently it's so bad that there's a specific like clinic in Greece that is for children specifically with this disease, right?
Space herpes. He doesn't have midichlorians.
So Michael Morbius has this 12-year-old, 13-year-old, doesn't say how old he is. Kid, he's just been here. He's been there for a long time apparently. And this new kid, Lucien, like arrives in the bed next to him. He's like, "Oh, what's up? Your name's Milo. I don't even want to know what your name is." The kid's like, "Why? Was Milo the kid here before?" "Yeah, and the kid before him, and the kid before him. There's been a lot of Milos," which just lets you know that a shit ton of these kids die from whatever they have. So he doesn't expect new Milo to survive. New Milo survives and they become lifelong friends. And Lucien just goes by Milo for the rest of his life. That is now his name. He's been named by this random child he just met. And he's like, "Yep, that's my name now, Milo." And everyone calls him Milo.
Okay.
So they both have this disease. They grow up. Morbius is a famous doctor. He's world renowned. He said no to the Nobel Peace Prize because he didn't want it. He's like, it's bad science, but like it's good enough for the Nobel Prize. Whatever.
Yeah.
So there's all that. And in his hospital ward or whatever, he has a giant bat cage. It's glass, looks like an aquarium. You can walk into it if you want to, whatever. But nobody in the building knows about it except for him, Bancroft, who's his this other doctor, and Laura Sutton, which is their nurse. These 3 people, and apparently Milo, because he paid for the whole thing. Also, they never say why or how Milo has a shit ton of money. He just does, and he bankrolls Morbius. So that's a thing.
A thing I'm sure they explain later.
No, never. Not once. There was a scene where Morbius is in jail. It's like, "Hey, your lawyer's here to see you." And then, Milo fucking the 11th doctor walks in. Matt Smith. That's his name. And he walks in and they hug. And Morbius is like, "Last I checked, you didn't get your lawyer license. You didn't pass the bar." Something like that. He's like, "Well, I got bored. Blah, 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 I'm British." So that's not how he makes his money. It's not through law. So
He's not a lawyer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, there's a 5-minute scene of Matt Smith dancing with his shirt off, and I legit laughed out loud for the entire thing.
That's a scene 10 years too late.
It is. Also, Matt Smith carries the entire movie.
Yeah, by all accounts, he was having a really good time filming it.
Oh yeah,
good for him, because
he knows the movie he's in.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
The person that didn't know what movie they were in was Tyrese's partner,
Jared Leto.
This guy! People have been talking about this dude at the store too. Like, yeah, he didn't know what movie he was in at all. Yeah, like, Al Madrigal, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
So Tyrese and Al Madrigal walk into the container ship where Morbius injects himself with the vampire bat serum, whatever, turns him into the living vampire. Everyone's murdered and has their blood drained. They walk in, Tyrese's like, "What do you think happened here?" And Al Madrigal is just like, "Well, puncture wounds on their neck and they're drained of blood. What do you think?" He just immediately, vampire. Yep, there's vampires here now. Like, this is a New York that has lived with all the wild shit in the Marvel universe. Like, there's a scene where Morbius is fighting the villain of the movie, which I haven't spoiled somehow. And there's people in the subway. They fight, they land on the ground. People are like, "Oh my God," and just keep walking about their business. Other people straight just don't give a shit that vampires are fighting near them. They're like, "I just gotta make it to my train."
How connected to the MCU is this?
Not.
Don't spoil that.
Don't spoil that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You because I want you to watch. Also, don't spoil this. I mean, it's a piece of shit, but you shouldn't. Yeah, I mean,
it sounds like we've only gotten 15, 20 minutes into the movie, so there's a lot left.
I don't know. You're always, we don't want to spoil stuff on the show, so that's all.
No, yes.
Sure.
No.
And, like,
the only specific details I give, that's the first 15 minutes. I'm not.
But I know what the stingers are, and they are they'll break your brain, Anthony.
Yeah, they would. Yeah. They will.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even I had questions, and I haven't seen it. I was like, I have so many questions.
I'll tell you this now: the movies won't answer them.
No, I know. And I can tell you this now: it's probably not going to get a sequel. So,
like, we all know I was going to see this no matter what. If everyone came out and said, "Holy shit, the Morbius movie's actually good," I'd go to theaters. But like, I was probably always going to rent this because it's comic book adjacent and it's vampires. But like, what am I? Not me? Come on. I was always going to see this fucking movie.
I'm confused by your term comic book adjacent. No, it's a comic book.
It is. I think the level of expectation of a comic book movie has risen because of the MCU. And even by comparison, this to anything DC, Jordan, you can confirm almost everything DC still better than Morbius?
Yeah. I can confidently say that.
Yeah. And
even the second half of Man of Steel.
And I haven't read any articles to not spoil anything, but it doesn't seem like they're necessarily really getting the lore. So it feels like maybe kind of an inspired by comics, which is the only reason why I say adjacent.
Yeah, it's a Sony movie.
It's not as good as the MCU or even the DCU, and it's not even as faithful as Sony Spider-Man.
What was it? Damn it, I lost it. Never mind.
Don't watch this movie in theaters. Don't. Just do what Beck did and just watch Sonic instead, because Sonic 2 is a great movie. Now, a movie I really want to watch though is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, that one.
Like I really want to watch
I
that.
want to watch that one.
Like,
yeah, I had a lot of customers come in and say that was kind of their jam.
Yeah.
I only had I had one negative person talk about it. But basically, and even their negative review wasn't negative. It was just like, I had issues, but I enjoyed it. But I have come to the conclusion it is one of those movies you either really, really like or you just really don't. It was not a love and hate. Like no one straight up been like, I fucking hate that movie or I love that movie. Everyone was like, no, it was really good or it was really hard to understand.
For me. Okay.
Yeah, or it wasn't for me. That's the other one people were saying. Yeah. Like they were like, but it's still good though. But the takeaway everyone's been talking about at the store is how fucking good
Michelle Yeoh?
Well, Michelle Yeoh's always go.
Good.
Short Round, whatever his real name is, I can't remember. Shit, something Kwan, I believe.
I don't know his name.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Scott's got it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the guy he's the kid that played Short Round in the indie movies 35 fucking years ago, and everyone's talking about how good he is in the movie, and I was like, oh, that's great then.
Yeah.
And of course Michelle Yeoh, but Michelle Yeoh could read the phone book and I would buy tickets.
Yeah, like I saw like part of an interview with her and she's just saying like it's like one of the first times that you can actually see her act. Like because she's always cast as always stoic older Asian warrior and it's like, all right.
Mm-hmm. She said kind of the same thing when she got to play on Star Trek is that they let her just kind of run with it. But apparently someone told me in the store, and I don't know how true this is, that this was written for Jackie Chan and he couldn't do it. And they were like, well, fuck it, give it to Michelle Yeoh. And they changed the whole movie for her. And it was like, yeah, as you should. Because she's
it's good.
A goddess and respect that woman.
Yeah.
Let's realize who that is. It's the Asian kid from the Goonies. That's what I remember that guy is. Kwan.
That's not Short Round though.
No, it is.
Yeah.
Short Round is the same kid from Goonies?
Yeah. Data?
Am I making a racism?
No.
Data?
I'm on IMDb. Data.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Data, Short Round. He's in X-Men as an additional character. He was in The One.
An additional character?
Yeah, it says here. Additional. Yeah, wait, no. CR. What is this? Additional. Maybe it wasn't character. I think it's CR. I don't know what the other word is.
You're just background.
Go on. I'll find it. He was in the background of that movie.
I had a guy come in over the weekend who saw Jurassic Park Dominion.
How was that?
And he said it's a dinosaur movie. And if he goes, if you like all those dinosaur movies, then you're going to like this dinosaur movie. I was like, oh, okay. He did say one thing that non-spoilery. He goes, the best part of the movie is watching the old cast hang out because their chemistry is so good 30 years later. He goes that even the new, they still got it. He goes, we're the new cast. You're like, yeah, they're fun, but they're not as good as the old cast. You're like, of course they're not. Like, but he was just like, it's a dinosaur movie. It was like, well, yeah.
Sucks.
I mean, that's what I'm there for. I want to watch dinosaurs eat people and jokes. You know? But literally, they kill Blue or they kill that little baby dinosaur, or I will riot.
Oh,
you can't kill the new Baby Yoda.
I feel like you just spoiled the emotional climax of this movie.
I don't know if they do or not. I'm just saying, I personally feel like you can't kill that dinosaur.
But it's the third movie. It makes sense for them to kill her.
I hear you, but I don't want them to as my goal.
I feel like they should subvert all of our expectations and kill Chris Pratt.
Okay, if you make Truth Be Told, I asked.
You asked if they would.
I asked straight up if they did. I'm not going to tell you whether they do or not, but I asked.
I hope like just his upper torso gets bitten off and then his legs get ripped apart somehow.
Oh my god!
The Raptors turn on him.
Yeah.
Did y'all watch that Stranger Things trailer?
No.
No.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking assholes.
I'm gonna watch it when it comes out.
You have to understand, now that it's my thing, I have to have everyone be on top of it.
This is my thing now.
It's gotta be all of
This
our
is
thing.
it.
I like to come to things late to do this joke. It looks real good. That's it.
Cool.
Awesome. Now we're following like 4 different storylines, right?
Yes.
The mom, Russia, 1 pair of kids, 2 pair of kids. Well, teenagers and then kids. Right?
There looks like there's the Southern California adventure, there's Joyce's adventure, there's Hopper adventure, and then there's the Indiana adventure. And then of course they will all those stories will probably come together by the 2nd to the 2 last episodes.
Did I not just say that?
No, I was agreeing with you. It's just, and Robert Englund's in it,
You're right,
and he
yes.
looks real fucking creepy. So,
Oh, right on.
yeah.
Bull.
That he looks creepy or that he's in it? Because I physically saw him in the trailers.
No,
I mean,
that looks creepy. Like,
I know, right? I mean, it's not as random as that like weird Spirit the Halloween Store movie news that popped up yesterday, which seems really weird.
You guys shit on that
Oh,
real fast.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's a movie about Spirit Halloween. And look, Anthony, we're all gonna watch it. You know
I'm
it's
gonna
we're all
give it
going
money.
to.
The cast is great.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna say that like what an innovation of an idea, but conceptually, which I guess is purely in my own head, considering I didn't read anything about it. I think there's a fun, like, Goosebumps level movie in that idea.
Sure.
The first Goosebumps movie is pretty fun.
Did you see part 2?
No, I heard it was not as good.
No, it's fun too.
Oh,
Okay, right on.
I liked it. I'm mad that they haven't made part 3. They left a bitch have a cliffhanger.
Because at least the way I would do it is a haunted Halloween store.
Is it like that Ben Stiller movie? Where
Night at
at
the
night
Museum?
all the
Night
monsters
at the
come to they all come to life at nighttime.
No,
I'll stand
a
in
little,
the-
a little
I'll-
more hardcore than that.
I'll stand in the sexy section.
Just stand there waiting.
Oh man,
yeah.
I really hope nothing comes to life around here.
I
My
just
joke
read
was
a-
that it's
a
just
log line about it.
oh, what's the log line?
So
10% off on your next purchase.
No. It's just like a short, I guess, a short little summary of like what it's supposed to be based on, and
Or
it just
Best Buy
says
has come to die.
when a new Spirit Halloween store appears in a deserted strip mall, 3 middle school friends who think they've outgrown trick or treating make a dare to spend the night locked inside the store Halloween night. But they soon find out that the store is haunted by an angry evil spirit who possesses the creepy animatronic characters. The kids embark on a thrilling and spooky adventure in order to survive the night and avoid becoming possessed themselves.
I feel
You
we
mean-
just said all those jokes.
This is just
is
Five
this
Nights at
rewritten?
Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy. Yeah.
Oh, is that what that's about? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ghosts
Look.
of Circuit City's past.
Look, as long as it's not a movie where they just stand in line for 20 to 30 minutes waiting to get up to the counter to find out they don't have the right size, because that's a horror movie in itself.
You're
See-
shitting a lot about a store that you spend a lot of money on.
I don't spend money in that store. The
You
last
don't
time I
spend
spent money,
in Spirit.
no, fuck no. I go
Oh.
not anymore.
Oh, I think I can tell you
That's right,
I've
because you've got fucking Halloween stores year
I've
round.
spent
Good for you.
less
Well, not only
than-
that, but they never have the size for the fat people. So I've lost interest in going into that store.
I think I've spent
Steph,
less than $100 in my whole life at a Spirit Halloween store.
really? Oh fuck, then it's just me.
Yeah, I don't buy my shit on there.
No,
Or over there.
I'll
Or
search
I'll go
other
there for
places.
accessories. But I don't
Accessories?
buy
Over
my
100
costume there. 'Cause
But
that's
they won't have the
$50.
They won't have the accessory you need or your size, because they never do.
I need to start working my Halloween costumes.
If you set yourself a reminder, perhaps it'll happen during the show in September and we can talk about it.
Oh no, I know what I'm gonna do. I just have
ideas.
Do you
to
know?
figure out how to put
I
them
haven't
together.
thought about it.
I've not even thought about it. Yeah.
Because
I
I
have
mean,
ideas.
because I'm stuck in a war of escalation with myself. I keep topping myself from last year, and I have to do that again this year.
Ooh, Beck has it. Come as Knuckles.
Red paint, shirtless, just nothing but gloves and shoes.
Yeah,
And Niles makes an appearance as Tails.
Aww.
Right? You know you have to make another video, right? You have to make another intro.
I know I do. That's the thing. You got it, Knuckles.
Shit.
Do you know D-Way?
Oh shit! I think Beck just picked out our
Oh no!
our theme costume.
Can I be Big the Cat? Actually,
that would be fun.
I guess more of an Anthony
like,
thing.
If we got like we gave people the option of like what we should go as, and then like at least one, you know, and just see how you could best represent what they said, and you could put your own little twist on it. Well, just like
Steph, Scott has a point. Be a chow. Just get little things all over you, and your face is one big one in the middle. Just
I'm gonna turn myself into a giant droplet figure. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it work. I don't know how, but I'm gonna do it.
I don't
and
know
it's just
what
gonna
that
have my
means.
little head. Like I'm gonna be a droplet. Like I'm gonna look like a World Industries like Flame Boy or Wet Willy or whatever. I'm gonna be I'm a droplet.
Give
Back-
it
Like
away your
Is she
costumes?
talking about an anime sweat droplet that I don't like?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Like
I don't know what she's
Chows
talking
look like walking droplets.
I thought they looked like little like muskrats or something.
It's a
Muskrats.
I thought they were like a gerbil or some sort of thing, right? Like
I mean, no.
like a chibi? Is that the word you use? Like a little chibi? It's like...
Chibi just means small.
Oh, I think it just means small.
Oh, really? I thought that was the style of the big head drawing that they do.
Oh yeah, that is also a style.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
That is a style.
It means small.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm 43. I don't know. I don't care.
You're fine.
Okay, yeah, we could do Mortal Kombat characters, Batosa, yeah.
Ooh.
I want to be fucking Devora.
Damn it.
I'll be Johnny Cage with Cage written over my stomach.
Like just like Tupac.
Can I be?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I want to be
okay.
Sindel and say, "Now you will die." Right?
No,
That's what she
it's too
said.
bad. It's too bad you,
Oh.
mother. I'm so happy you're alive.
Yeah. and
Too bad
that one.
you will die.
Will die.
That'd be fun. I like
Oh,
that.
wait,
I'm gonna
Steph.
write that down.
Steph, have you seen Atlanta episode 2 yet? Season 3 episode 2 yet?
Yes.
Thoughts and prayers, man. I'm so sorry.
Yes. I did see.
I'll come as that really cool new guy they put
I
in the
didn't see
movie
that.
that everybody really liked, and they're gonna force him in the new game, and he'll be the new guy forever, right?
The guy who literally has
Yeah.
plot armor.
Yeah, plot armor.
Wait, I
The
still
only way-
haven't
yeah, the
seen
only way they'll
the
recognize
live
you is
action
with the
Mortal
gold
Kombat
armor.
yet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even remember that dude's name.
I don't remember his name either. Steph, it's on HBO Max.
Cool. I'll watch
Yeah,
it.
watch it.
I haven't
Yeah,
watched
it's
it.
good.
I'm
What?
It's
just
fun.
now like
It's fun.
starting to get into the groove of like watching movies again.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I
'cause we
actually
watched
watched
the
a
Night House last
horror.
night.
Yeah, me and Jordan watched The Night House
Ooh.
last night, and I was like,
Wait.
it's been a while since I've watched like a creepy movie, and I
Yeah.
screamed several times.
Sure
and it's
did.
worse during our watch parties because you're forced to have the music or
Tell me about
the
it.
sound effects so fucking loud, just in
Still
your
bleeding.
ears.
Still
Hey.
bleeding.
Hey, terrible. Whew.
Yeah, but Night House, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Anthony, last
Yeah.
night you said you wanted to talk shit about your coworker.
I mean, it doesn't have to happen.
Oh,
It does now.
I really want to hear you complain about it.
I mean,
You
I
you
don't-
promised Jen and Rovai, and Jen
I also-
loves work drama.
Oh God.
I also I also misquoted Jen. I thought it was her specifically. Oh, well, she gave the thumbs up.
But girl, if I waited the whole day, you have to.
I doubt that.
Did you? I just imagine you saying like, "Oh, we'll talk about it on the podcast." Is that how it went down? And then now it's the podcast. And
she's brandishing the creek machete.
Okay, fine. I know the four of us have all worked in office spaces.
Yes.
I know some of you out there have, at the very least, we've all had coworkers. And right now, I have one that is slowly grating on me more and more. She's new. She's only been in the office for maybe a month now. And aside from some very obvious red flags, anti-masker, that really immediately tell me that we're not going to get along, Jesus freak. It's the little things that also kind of get to me.
Okay.
She is a whistle while you work kind of gal. And my office is 600 square feet, maybe 700 square feet, all open. Like, you don't whistle to yourself. You whistle and everyone else has to hear it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, there's no keeping that just for you. She's also a intensely positive person, which makes me defensive naturally. I don't trust people like that.
Toxic positivity.
Maybe, yes, actually.
Not too much.
I never thought I would hear someone say such a thing, but I had to take her out to a property to train her on part of my job. Because down the road, she will be doing aspects of my job as my position will change and I'll be doing aspects of other people's jobs as well. Anyway, so she's confessing to me, wow, the office is really quiet and like it's kind of a downer. And I really don't like that. I don't know if this will be a good fit for me. And I'm thinking, wow, I've never heard of anyone complain about an office being quiet. And so much though that like you feel the office that makes the office too negative.
Yeah.
And that is a factor in where you work.
Yeah.
Like if they were being directly negative, sure. Like
that's
if
way different. Yeah.
Yeah. If we were like being negative to each other, sure, I've quit a job over that.
Yeah.
But to be like, ooh, the vibe, the invisible vibe, too negative. We are not directly being positive, which is what she would want. In fact, she also said she feels kind of hurt and offended that we don't say good morning when we walk into the office.
Oh no.
I mean, you guys are, like I told you in the text, like you guys are property management. It's not like the most exciting work. So, I mean, what does she want from you guys?
Glamorous at all.
No, it's a job that needs to be done and you guys are doing a great job at doing it. But like, what does she want you guys to walk in and like, good morning, we're about
everybody.
to do stuff. Like, yay, I hope someone finds their new home forever home.
Last
like,
job
Good morning, team. How's everybody doing?
Maybe
Good
she
out there?
worked at
Yeah.
Jamba Juice and decided like, oh, it's not up. You know, people aren't like uppity in here, and I should look into something else.
This is what you do, Anthony.
Get it, Steph. You worked at Jamba Juice.
I was gonna make the same joke. I was like, oh, I'll let it go.
No, it's just so true because it's like, where did she work before for her to have this opinion of like, oh, this is such a downer coming in. Like,
she worked for the
where'd you
Del Mar
come from?
Fairgrounds in like a
Oh
promotional
God, no
capacity.
wonder.
Yeah, she's also sort of like surrounded by money. That definitely comes off as like, oh, I'm used to like more well-off people being around. Just in the way like she just infers about how to spend money.
Well, that's when you just go, yo, you're around the real people right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my boss is also doing very well in this ridiculously high real estate climate. But me and the other kid who is, I think he's like early 30s. He's like your guys' age.
Kid.
Like, but yeah, kid.
No, me and Anthony are in a new world because we're in a different, almost different section. Y'all are kids to us, and that's how we shall say it from here on out. It's a rite of passage. Once you get a certain age, kid.
I've been calling them kids forever. But like, we'll
true.
exchange a look of like, this fucking
bitch.
chick, like,
Yeah.
like
I can't.
I don't want to say out of touch, but certainly not a firm grasp of it.
How blonde is her hair?
Very, and secret, it's not natural.
Of course
Fucking
not.
nailed that shit.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like I have known this type in other offices, but like, holy crap, I've never met someone that had all the characteristics into one person. Like,
Oh man.
when I was at the nautical themed insurance company, I remember people who had like kind of like this part, kind of like this part, but this is like a Voltron of all of those annoying like aspects of a person all rolled into one.
See, no,
And I think she's too positive for me to work there.
Oh. Like,
she's still living in her own world, you know. She doesn't see the people for the people yet.
Yeah.
I just like
On her fucking farm, I think she lives on.
Fuck you.
She has, God, what does she mention? She has like goats or something.
So okay, so she lives in Carlsbad.
She's somewhere in North County with
Damn.
She's North County with like a chunk of land.
Oh, she's in Vista. That's why.
What kind of blinds does she
maybe
have?
That's a good, you know, that's a good baseline.
That's a good
really.
question. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You should nonchalantly drop that this next week, Andy. Like, so Karen, what kind of blinds do you have in your house?
I've been thinking about getting some new blinds or new shades. What do you have?
White, the right kind.
Oh.
It's a good callback.
yeah.
I sometimes will think, when I close mine, I go, I wish I had different blinds. And then I go, but which ones?
Oh,
and
dude.
what do I call them?
I'll be honest, guys. I really like having plantation shades because when I'm like looking down, like from the second story, I feel like, yeah, peasants.
Yes.
Look at
you. Yes.
Look at you. Look at you in your Toyota Prius delivering me food.
I appreciate a nice snap shut that you can give them.
Yes.
You can't snap shut like mini blinds or like vertical. Like you can kind of get dramatic with some curtains and just get a quick swoop.
Oof.
God, I hate this delay.
Hey,
I do enjoy the dramatic curtain pull though. It's really always fun.
Really quick, thank you, Cornbread and Rovite and Saribot for getting all of those bots.
All of those bots.
Woo, lordy.
But we could have won something.
Doing the Dark Lord's
You don't
work
want the
out there.
best followers, primes, and viewers?
I mean, sometimes they offer us iPhones.
You got an iPhone.
But I've got the best iPhone. There's nothing left to offer me.
But they say you can have
This
another.
What am I, a drug dealer?
Hey man, sometimes you gotta make some calls. Know what I'm saying, you want people knowing.
You gotta get a burner phone for that shit.
Yeah.
For your side piece.
I talked about it in chat a little bit, but
your side piece?
Yes, my side piece. I had another complaint this week at the store, but as me and my boss talked about it today, and we were laughing ourselves funny about it, we've come to terms with how stupid it is, and that I'm like, all right, I'm okay with this one. But But what I didn't say to Jordan and Steph in the chat, because I just gave you the highlights, was his review it said, Paul, Amy, and Leland are great. This new bearded guy at the counter is just the worst.
Wow. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm cool in one half of this and I'm not in the other half. Like, okay.
Were you wearing your glasses?
Picks of the week.
Yeah, I mean, I was wearing a hat that day. Maybe that threw his ass off, and I had the mask.
You Clark Kented him.
I did. He couldn't tell. No, what the problem essentially came down to is that because it was that super, super hot day on Friday, all of LA was having blackouts and internet was dropping all over the city.
Yeah.
So it just happened to drop at that time that he was in, and he just assumed we wouldn't take his card because it was him. And not because I physically couldn't, because the internet was no longer a valuable option.
Yeah,
I did. And then in his review, he called me a foo. I was okay.
Oh.
So he is also a cholo.
I mean, he might have been. I don't know. I know his name. I mean, he is, I believe, Latin in descent. If you say that, yes, possibly. I didn't think about it until now.
I'm making so many assumptions tonight, and I'm just right.
Bullseye.
But and then he also he said in his review of that I said to someone in the store that I don't know anything about comics, that I don't read them, and I was like, oh no, ma'am, that is. I have never said that. It's like,
dude, just making stuff up now.
I'm like,
I think a lot of people just bullshit on there.
Yeah.
Well, and that was what it really came down to. Me and my boss were discussing if you had a problem, because apparently he also mentioned that he used to have a pool folder with us and that we were missing books from his pool folder. Dude had 3 books. It's a whole thing. Yes, there were missing books because they never physically came out. It's like we weren't missing them, we never received them. This is one of those and he also didn't pick up his folder for many months, and he got put in the shit pile. And once you're in the shit pile, you're bottom of the totem pole. I don't bend over backwards to help you, because I'm ordering you things that you're not going to buy, and I put money back on the floor, which makes me mad. So all these were factors, and I think he just got real irritated that I wouldn't let him buy his 2 New Mutant issues. So he got to do. But this is what we were talking about, is that if he had just, I don't know, over the last 4 months of anger would have been like, hey, I'm not receiving stuff. Can we fix this? Then we would have more than happy would have worked that out.
Yeah.
But instead, you got, because I found the review at 8 a.m. It said posted 3 hours ago. So at 4 a.m., he was angry still and had to get up, or was still up, and had to dear Google.
Yeah, he just decided this is the time. I'm upset right now, and I'm going to type it.
But as an adult, tell someone if you're upset in a customer service capacity, and we'll see what we can do about it, instead of versus going home and being angry and being a little bitch. Yeah,
I don't know.
So
wow,
it was very funny.
Do you reply back to?
Don't reply.
I thought about it, but I thought that's just fueling. That's putting more fire on the wood on the fire. I don't need that. I know I'm right. It's everything in that review is a complete fabrication. So I'm like, I'm good.
Just
I
don't know.
Go first, Steph.
Oh no, just me personally, if I have an issue with a store, or something wrong with my order, or I did something wrong, I have no problem calling and talking. I don't just take the loss and stew about it. Example, last week, before the podcast, I went to CVS to pick stuff up, and I left all that stuff that I picked up because the lady kept talking about the CVS care card that I was in such a rush to just leave that she kept explaining all these deals, and I was like, I just see this line getting longer behind me, and I'm just like, it's thank you, ma'am, and I just left, and I left all the stuff that I bought, And then I called back the next day and I was just like, I went to the store yesterday and I bought these 3 items and I stupidly left them. And I don't know if they're in the counter somewhere or if I can even get my items back because it was really stupid of me to do. And she was like, "Do you know what time it was at and who rang you up?" And I was like, "I have the receipt." And she's like, "Let me check up front if anything's there." And I was like, "Nothing was there," which she said it was
You wanna
fine.
put it back?
And then she was like, "But you can come on in and then just, ask for me, blah blah blah." And then I went in, asked for that person that I talked to on the phone. She told me to pick out all the items. She looked at my receipt and I walked out. It was not complicated at all. And I was like, okay, well, I got my shit. I mean, like, because those care card things, man, I got free $10. Like, I didn't have to pay for this shit. That shit should have cost me $20. And out of pocket, I paid $2. I'm coming back there for my deals. Especially because I didn't pay that much. My math is wrong, but just know that I didn't pay. I paid way less than what I bought.
True story.
I'm gonna get my deals.
So, life hack for anyone in chat listening: if you're ever talking to somebody that is working in a customer service capacity, the nicer you are, the more we'll want to help you.
It's a true fact. Yeah, what's that old saying? You get more with honey than vinegar or whatever.
You get more flies with honey than with vinegar.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Like if you're cool in my store, even if I don't know you, I don't automatically give the discount. But if you're cool, you're probably gonna get the discount.
It just kind of comes out, right?
Yeah.
But
Like,
if you're not,
nice.
I make it a point to make sure you know you didn't get it.
I don't know. People
It's
just
like,
call
I'm
us.
sorry. Oh, oops, 20. My bad. I gotta start over.
Sorry, that's the cool guy discount.
Yeah.
Frustrating.
Sorry, you're not cool.
Yeah.
I just feel like people don't know how to handle and
it's
talk
true.
and their phone etiquette sucks.
And a lot of times,
if you're on the phone, I don't even talk to you.
Yeah.
I just go about my business and I talk to you. Like I'll do the whole thing. Like this is your total and good day. But I don't even phase it anymore. But I do sometimes like to talk louder.
Yeah.
So that they know that the other person should hear me talking to them, that they're in a store. Like it's like, I'm just like, I'm going to make it difficult for you to hear your phone call because now I have to.
Yeah.
I hate so much when people talk on the cell phone on speaker.
Oh
God.
Holding the phone out, walking around like this.
Like especially just outside where like it'll pick up fucking everything. Why are you gonna walk across the damn street with your phone on speaker? Like, it makes no sense.
I don't want to hear your conversation. I don't give a fuck about whatever your mom's saying right now.
You know, I'll yeah, go first, Anthony.
No, you go, Jordan. You go, Jordan.
Oh, I was gonna say just like, so talking on the phone is one thing. What pisses me off even more though is when people are in their car and talking on their phone like that. It's like, bitch, that's not hands free. Your hand is not free right now.
So many things. They've made so many things to give you.
There's so many ways.
Yeah, like they've invented so many things to make it hands free. How are you still doing this?
Bluetooth earbud. Plug in an earbud. Bluetooth on your car. At least a cell phone holder in your car, in the vent, something. Then put it on speakerphone. Then your hand's free.
Hey, your goddamn shoulder.
Oh yeah. Let me just make this turn right here.
Just
annoying. I can't.
I feel like somehow it's crept into the culture that this somehow is cool. Like this is how cool people talk on their phones.
It'd be cool if you didn't. I don't know.
She right.
Cooler if you didn't. It drives me nuts because like little I can't think of the word, like non-functional, but like that's not really the word I'm looking for. Not optimal. Like when there's a obvious better solution that you are like deliberately doing things the hard way. That's the thing that just like weirdly gets under my skin.
Yeah.
Well, it comes down to like a common sense factor too.
Yeah.
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 It's just, I can't stand
A
people
lot of
fucking
times,
in
like
shit.
when I catch myself, I'm like doing something, I'm like, but there's a much easier way for me to do this thing that I'm doing. I always sing a little song to myself, and it's I'm just saying, why am I doing this the hard way? But I do it to the melody of the Metal Gear Solid theme song. So I'm just always, why am I doing this the hard way? Why am I doing this the hard way? I just sing that to myself. I sing a lot of songs to myself, guys.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I will often do the bit from Parks and Rec. Shit, I can't remember.
Not Fire Friends.
Well, Fire Friends is only for when we're putting out fires together, because we're fire friends.
Fire Friends. What was
Who's
it?
the voice of Sonic?
Shit. I took a
I
picture
forget
with
her
this
name.
man in downtown San Diego while he was on his phone call.
His
Ben
name is
Ben
almost
Schwartz.
there.
Ben Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz.
Schwartz.
He's a nice
character
man.
He
in
is
Parks
a
and
nice
Rec.
man.
John Ralphio
John
Severson.
Ralphio.
Yo, he has a John Ralphio thing in Sonic 2.
Wait,
Oh,
like
shit.
does he go like
No, he actually goes, he's the worst.
I do that when I'm alone often.
I laugh so hard to myself.
I also just love "Don't be suspicious." Don't be suspicious.
Oh, because it's funny.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
Jordan,
It's
this is
great.
just for you. Remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about how Gary Cole was on NCIS now?
Yes, yeah.
They asked him if he would like to do some TPS reports last episode. And he was, I don't know what those are. And he walked away.
That's
I was like,
great.
that's a joke for like
Yeah.
6 people.
Yeah,
But it's a
seriously.
good joke.
That's a good, yeah.
He's like, I don't do those anymore. I'm in a higher position. I was like, yeah. No,
That's
Mona
really
Lisa
funny.
Saperstein's very fun. The funny, I hate her, but I love her. Like, she's so annoying. But when she does that, like, money, I do find that very funny.
Like she pulls off that type of character well.
Yes.
Sometimes those entitled characters, like, God damn it, I can't fucking remember anything today.
Hillary from Fresh Prince.
No, the fucking Holy Roller show on HBO.
Oh, Righteous Gemstones.
Righteous
The
Gemstones.
Righteous Gemstones.
Which
yeah.
me and my brother have started watching.
I hear it's great.
Yeah,
It's actually really good.
Yeah.
it is.
Judy.
But I also
Judy
hate every
Gemstone.
single one of them.
Yes.
Yeah. I hate every single one of them because they are that entitled character. It's still being played as comedy, but I
Yeah.
still just can't help but hate them so much. Everything else around them is so good that like I keep to the show. But like the Mona Lisa version of that is where I can thoroughly enjoy the comedy of it
Yeah.
and not feel like this is too close to a real person that I want to punch in the nose.
You know who also I think did a good job on that show, that riding that fine line between like parody and people we probably would meet around there, is the TV lady, Jill Calamezzo. Like, she made me laugh a lot with her crazy kind of self-entitlement and drunk antics.
Yes.
Oh, she was fantastic. Yeah. Like, anytime she popped up, I was like, oh, this is going to be a good scene.
I'm currently rewatching 30 Rock. And I've already decided I'm going to go back and rewatch Parks and Rec next.
I love 30 Rock. It's so
like
fun.
show.
You should
It's
try Abbott Elementary. It's on.
I am also watching that.
Okay, yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
Which one is
I'm
that?
caught up on that. That's the elementary school show with the teachers
It's basically Parks and Rec, but at a school.
in a school.
What is this on?
I watched it on Hulu, and it's an
Oh,
ABC
okay.
show.
It's a comedy?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Right on.
It's fun.
I
Yeah.
like a
like-
comedy.
Get to like episode 3. I feel it kind of it takes some episodes to kind of figure out its groove.
Right on.
But yeah, no, like I'm up to date on a lot of current shows that like I'm interested in watching. I
Yeah.
need a show that like is like kind of the background, the rewatch, the thing I watch right before I fall asleep kind
Yeah.
of show.
I actually
Where-
might
And I can't do
Leave me first.
Futurama for the 20th time.
Where are you in 30 Rock?
Season 2, I think midway
Oh,
through
you're
season
you're
2.
getting right into it before
Yeah.
like the crazy kind of finds its footing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that show really hits the ground running pretty well.
No, it does, but it has a stride between like 2 and 3 and 4. Get like they're right. They know exactly what this show is at that point.
It's
So
when
the
Tracy
Donald Glover
Jordan's
years.
wife shows up.
Yes.
When
Yes,
Tracy Jordan's
Oh,
wife shows up,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's when I
The
feel
House
it
of
is
Jordan.
at the peak craziness that happens.
No, the best cutaway to what is his wife's name on the show? The actress's name. I know I can't remember.
Oh,
But
I
she
don't
was the
remember.
crazy flat earth lady from The View, whatever her name was. But when they cut back to the best cutaway is they're talking about how she likes to eat certain meats or whatever. And it just they're like, "And what kind of meats does she like to eat?" It cuts to her and she goes, "Ham." And that's it. That's her entire scene in that entire episode. And I fucking think that shit's funny. Because I'm like, I do also appreciate ham. I get it.
I think I might actually rewatch 30 Rock too, because I finished New Girl again for like the umpteenth times. I should probably put on a different comedy.
New Girl has one of the greatest episodes ever, and that's that Prince episode.
Yes,
Because
that episode's so good.
that episode is so fantastic because it kind of gives weight to the Dave Chappelle joke, because he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take you home and I'm gonna make you pancakes." You're like,
Yeah,
"Wait, is
and he
this
does
really
make
a thing?"
pancakes.
Apparently that was a thing that Prince just
makes
did.
it so much better. Like,
Yes.
I think there's a part where like Jess says like that she's not really that hungry. And then Prince is like, "Eat your pancakes," and she's like, "Oh, okay." And then she just starts eating it.
Oh, yeah. If Prince says it, you gotta do it.
Like he, they cook them for you.
One thing. Well, one thing I don't think I realized until this watching of 30 Rock is how attractive they make Liz Lemon, and
That's just Tina Fey.
I don't. Well, I have always had a crush on Tina Fey.
okay, there it is.
Yep.
I always have. But the character of Liz Lemon versus like how they dress her and how often like her cleavage is out seems like, oh, this seems kind of against type for like this like loner character who portrays herself as she doesn't know how to be attractive and yet is dressed attractive.
Yeah.
Like all the time. I didn't notice until this run around.
It is still a TV show.
I mean, it is,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
but and they could dress her down and not make it seem unattractive.
I think the funny thing is, I think they thought they were.
They may
You know what I
be,
mean? Like,
Yeah.
they might have been like, "Oh, she's wearing slacks and a button-up. We're dressing her down." And then there's Jenna, who's like in a dress. You're like, "Oh,"
And heels. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Cersei, the like the girl intern that like doesn't do anything, who looks like Paris Hilton.
The blonde, beautiful one with the jug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not how I describe her, but
That's how they described her on the page. That was the character breakdown.
oh well, if a bunch of white dudes wrote it, yeah, okay, I get it.
Tina Fey did not have a bunch of white dudes in her writing room.
Oh shit, Donald Glover.
That's right. No, 30 Rock's a good show. I would like to sit back and watch that again someday. It's pretty really funny.
Still holds up pretty well. Little bit of gay panic jokes in there, but I mean, show me where it's not.
It's almost like it was best described, I think, in a reviewer once said 30 Rock is like the live action The Muppet Show. And then they ended up doing that episode where they're all Muppets, and you're like, oh God, it kind of is.
Leland, you want to get that list ready for us?
Boom.
Steph, have you watched any new shows lately? That was a
trash
long
TV.
pause.
I started
about it.
episode 1 of that stupid show that has the same makers of Love is Blind. It's the one where like the couples are trying to figure out.
It's like that ultimatum show.
Yeah, the ultimatum show, and I'm just like, dude, this is terrible. Why would you put yourself in that position? It's just causing
Why would
problems.
any of them do
just causing
any of
problems.
that?
It's
Because
just so
they're
interesting. I know it's trash TV and it's terrible, but it's just sometimes so interesting to just hear like, oh, so that's how you think? Like one girl, like the ultimatum was basically like, I want to be married and have kids. Why won't you propose to me? So she starts going to like, you know, the other dates with the other people. Also yesterday, I fucking said Nick Lassie. Lassie? What'd you say?
Nick
So
Lachey.
Jordan-
Lachey?
No, I know it's Nick Lachey. The thing is, Jordan purposely kept saying it wrong to me so that later on I would pronounce it wrong. And yesterday
Nick
when I was
Lachey?
watching it, I was like, oh, Nick motherfucker. And I was pissed. And I totally
he
forgot
hosting
about
that
it
show?
until just now. Yeah, it's him and his wife. They're the same
Yeah,
people who
Vanessa
did Love is
Lashy.
Blind. Yeah. So this is their new show for couples that can't, for couples that give their what is it? Their partner an ultimatum. They're basically
Terrible.
They give them an ultimatum and then they have 3 weeks with other people,
On the
other
Rumspringa?
people's partners to figure out if they'll find a connection with somebody else or if it will strengthen their bond with the person they came with.
I mean, I guess it is whatever the script says.
Yeah, but it's just like some lady was
God,
just
that's
like,
so
you know,
dumb.
I really need someone to, you know, like bring in the money, because I was just like, damn, that's all you want? Like earlier you wanted kids and a family, now you're just like, no, like if you don't make these figures, like I don't care. I
Then
don't want
why is she with whoever she's? Why is she with
know.
this broke ass dude then?
I don't know.
Yo,
That's what I mean. I don't. It's
is reality losing the reality?
Did it
Is like
ever
reality
happen?
TV slipping?
No, you should watch
Used to.
like early 2000s reality shows. That shit's real.
Yeah,
Now it's
yeah.
like now it's completely different.
Yeah.
Like after sitting through and watching most of the early seasons of The Amazing Race, you can see the difference in like
Yeah.
how they make
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
I was saying the last 10 to 15 years is when the producers were like, we should maybe do things to make this interesting. Like, you know, you could
Yeah.
just let it go. People are
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, a lot of people are boring though too.
That's
Also
why I would
true.
never be on the circle. I just don't want to be watched all day long and me sitting staring at the wall, waiting for them to circle contact me or some shit.
And then you have to
Steph,
overreact
on the
to
other
it.
hand, I'll be have a whole fucking day. I mean, I'm not building a puzzle. Fucking hate puzzles. So, Revi pick number 2.
Okay. What do we have?
What?
Revised new go-to number.
Yeah. What is your go-to struggle meal?
Chips.
Oof.
Candy.
Chips.
Steph,
You're not at a
struggle
restaurant,
meal.
Steph. You're not at a restaurant.
struggle?
You're gonna go, oh no, ma'am. I just would like the chips.
Steph, struggle meal. Like that one time when we were at that one and
The
then
side of rice and what was it? The side of rice and that those chicken pieces or whatever the fuck that was.
well, I mean that was
Is this not the same as
that was
comfort
my
food?
meal.
Chicken nuggets?
No.
Oh no, you just had the miso soup and I had the meat, and I was like, let's go halvesies.
Yeah.
I think that's what it
And
was.
then poured it all into the same bowl.
Yeah, and
So
then
gross.
and then
No.
like, you know, like this was like maybe 10 years ago. I don't know how long ago it was, but when Steph and I were living in a townhouse with our friend Bing,
Yeah.
there was one day where it was not payday yet, and we were both very, very poor.
Yeah.
So
very hungry.
we got a junior bacon cheeseburger and 2 tacos to split between the 2 of us.
Oh, yeah.
and that was our dinner.
Half a sandwich and a taco. It's fine.
Okay, now I know what we're talking about.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes,
I know
struggle
someone's
meals.
really bad struggle meal.
Oh,
The
I
guy who
didn't read
wanted
it
my
as
broth.
that.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
what's your poorest meal?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not how I read it. I read it. You're at a table and the menu is presented, and there are so many options. You're just like, I don't know what to pick. I'll just take chicken tenders. That's how I
what's
took
your-
it.
What's your
First
give
off,
up and
okay.
order meal?
What?
What's your give up and order in a panic meal?
That's what I assumed it was because you're struggling. Well, I don't know, Ravai, you're in the chat.
Well-
What the fuck is it?
well, first of all,
Oh.
Leland, I am very happy for you. Like, honestly, very happy for you that that is what struggle meal means to you. I'm very happy
Yeah,
that's what it
mine
means to
was
you.
like, you're on a budget. What are you eating? And
Yes.
then I'm like, I'm
Yes.
getting an appetizer.
I
Or I'm
also
getting
had
a
those
side.
meals too. I just didn't assume it was that kind of struggle for the question.
Like, what are you eating, Steph? I'm having a
haven't known
side of
that
rice
terminology.
and
Yeah.
miso soup.
You know, like, when I was much younger, back when I was a
Oh.
latchkey kid, my mom's at work, my dad's on a boat somewhere, and I was in boot camp. I would get just a bowl of plain white rice, and I put ketchup in it, stir it around, and eat that. Like, that would be like my
Done that.
that was like high school, early college, where there's not anything here to cook, so let me just put these things
Ooh.
together.
Butter, soy sauce, and rice. Chef's kiss. It's bomb. It doesn't sound. It sounds weird.
I'm
But
sure it's
butter's
great.
so-
I just
Oh,
you gave it the
butter
chef's
rice?
kiss, and I'm like,
Fucking
no,
bomb.
not for that. It's
I
like,
don't
come
know.
on.
It's a comfort food.
It
Something
didn't deserve
about it. I'm
that.
just like,
It's like,
But
oh,
my
I have that weird craving. It's like when people have a craving for
my
what is
ultimate
it?
struggle meal
Top
or
ramen.
top
No,
ramen.
no.
My
For people
my
who like
yeah
get top ramen or cup of noodles.
yeah
You can
my
get a thing. Go ahead.
okay. I'll let you finish that.
No. That's it. That's all there was.
I kept
She was
I,
trailing off.
yeah
I
I
was
kept
trailing
thinking
off,
that you were
that's it.
done, but you kept saying more
I'm
things.
sorry. It's word vomit. Okay, word vomit. It's been
There
happening.
was a little left.
So that my all-time, like, Jordan, this is very, very sad meal. It was back when I was in college. My brother and my best friend David, they were both sitting there playing Call of Duty or something on the TV, and I was standing behind them. I had 2 slices of bread, and I put 4 Oreos on it, closed it, and I ate that. David turns around, looks at me, he's like, "Jordan, what are you eating? Is that a pathetic cookie dinner?"
I mean, that almost sounds like a bit.
And I said, "It is."
Yeah.
I just took another bite. I just like, I gotta get to class in like 30 minutes. I need to eat something.
Oh, I've heard that so many times. It feels
Um,
so funny in the saddest way. A wish
I-
sandwich.
I think at least
Ugh.
somewhere near the bottom is peanut butter on a half stale tortilla,
Oh, I've
Like
done
a-
that.
like a white tortilla, not
Yeah.
like a chip. But
Yeah.
Oh, I've done
Yep,
cream
yep,
cheese and
I've done that.
tortillas.
Oh, dude, cream
Bomb.
cheese
in a
oh, yeah.
toaster.
Oh,
Bomb.
we
If you
roll
got a
that
side
shit
of
up. And, yo, it's a
salsa,
cheese roll,
fucking
baby.
Bomb. So good. Oh, so good.
Leland, who are you making faces at?
all of you.
Fair.
I don't know. Do you like cream cheese? Because cream cheese on a tortilla is bomb as fuck.
It is
especially
real
in a
good.
toaster.
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's so good.
Shit, nice and crispy. Mm.
Especially when you put it in the toaster, because like the sides will start to curl up, and then you slice it in little triangles, and there's really crunchy parts.
Okay, I didn't
Oh,
do that.
so good.
I just always rolled
Oh,
mine up.
I did. I made
I've-
mine in little triangles.
I'll be honest, I've never thought about putting a tortilla in a toaster
In a
because
toaster?
that's not how they're supposed to go. They don't. Wouldn't it just fall?
Oh no, she means like a toaster oven.
Toaster oven.
Okay.
Sorry, toaster oven.
Yeah.
All right, fair
Toaster
enough. Because I was like, they don't fit. I do the thing that my mom has always done, which apparently is I've talked to people, and I don't know if it's like a cultural thing from my grandmother being Mexican, or maybe it's just a Pierce thing. I don't know, but you wanted crispy tortillas in our house, and I've seen me and my dad still do it to this day. You take the like what do you call the hot dog tongs?
Yeah.
You put the burner on, you just put the tortilla right on the stove and flip it.
Yep. Yeah.
That's what we do. And that's how
Oh,
I've made
okay.
my tacos for
Yeah.
years. Because
But
it's
that's
quick,
not with
it's
the
easy.
flame, right? Not with the
No,
flame.
No,
Or
the
with
flame.
the flame?
No, yeah. Flame
Just gotta
up.
do it
Okay.
quicker.
Oh yeah, you just
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gotten so good. I've had 4 going at a time, and I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't
love
heat
that.
as even as the electric does in that situation, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of like a little brown, little black and brown crispy on some of those, so it's not too bad.
my family was too white to ever warm up a tortilla.
What?
I can't eat them.
The concept alone never dawned on my mom, who made like every meal, to warm up a tortilla anytime we had tortillas. Like if we were having tacos, they were always either pre-bought hard tacos or like just cold right from the fridge.
I mean,
flour tortillas.
Did you
yeah,
guys
it'll
not have
only
a
be
microwave?
cold if I make a wrap.
Yeah,
We
microwave.
did. We
Well,
did.
Yeah,
why
I do
didn't
the
you just-
what
why
is
didn't
it?
you just
Damp
get up and do
paper
it?
towel in
I
the
didn't know it was a
microwave. I do
thing.
that.
What do you mean?
Huh.
You didn't know
How
it
do
was
you
a
read
thing?
the- I was like-
Wait. Quick question.
Because I'm not buying my own food until like I'm in my teenage years.
Yeah, but
How do you-
but microwaves are there to
Talking about, like,
warm
my child.
things.
I have a question.
But the concept of warming a tortilla never
Yeah.
occurred. We don't warm our Wonder Bread.
Well, of course not. That's what the toaster's for.
All right, Steph, what are you trying to say?
How do you rewarm your rice?
Rewarm the rice?
Yeah, when you rewarm rice,
Oh, dude, I'm
Wet
how do
making
you
paper
shit.
towel.
rewarm your rice?
Yep,
Wet paper
wet
towel.
paper towel in a
into
bowl,
the,
microwave.
Yeah, in the microwave.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, we're all good. Okay,
No, we're not
Oh, I only
heathens.
learned that like 3 years ago.
okay.
I recently learned that trick.
I
Okay.
learned you had to put a wet paper towel on most things in a microwave after I had one hot dog instance go wrong. So then from then on out, I always put a wet paper towel on stuff.
Yeah. Smart.
But fun watching a hot dog explode in the microwave.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Scott out here trying to call me out for a Jersey taco. I'll have you know, my mother waitressed at a Mexican restaurant in Jersey. It was called Chi-Chi's. I just want that to sit out there for a second. Fucking thing's called Chi-Chi's.
You know, I know I'm gonna get a bunch of shit over the weekend between you and Scott, but you got me in trouble this week, and I couldn't fucking believe you doubled down on that.
Yeah, fuck you. You know Transformers. You know the G1 is sacred. You out here with fucking GoBots.
He sent me a gif, and I was
You
like, "Ooh,
deserve-
which little GoBot is that?"
You deserve
it did not go over
everything
well.
You got. You deserve everything.
I got a
you
very
got.
cryptic text.
How about that?
You're in trouble when you get home. I was like, what the fuck did I do now?
How old am I?
I know. I was like, the fuck?
You look in the mirror, you're like 14 again, like, oh shit.
What the fuck you say to me? It's like, I'm grown. I pay my bills. Yes, but here's the kicker: is that you both, he and you have both equally sent me that gif, and I, to this day, can never remember what.
Fucking Devastator.
Yes, I'm aware now, and I think I finally sunk in. But then I asked Scott, I was like, "Is he the one with the balls in the movie?" And he looked at me with daggers because he did not know what I referenced because he has not seen the Bayformer movies.
Probably for the best.
Lucky him.
Oh yeah, he's lucky. His whole world is great. But I was just like, oh yeah, you don't, yeah. And then I had to explain what that joke was, and then he was mad at me for that. So it was a rough day for Transformers in the house.
No.
But I just didn't think you doubled down. Respect.
Yeah, I told you I would. I text back, ooh, I'm telling Scott. And I added extra O's on both of those texts.
And I also sent you the like, I don't care, do what I want, which was the Cartman gif was your response, my response.
Yeah.
Whatever,
Anyway.
whatever. I do what I
I think I
want.
screenshotted that and put that in our Discord.
Oh, you did. I'm just
Yeah,
for the
the-
people that
the
aren't on
receipts
the
are there.
Discord. Yeah.
Hey,
The
Steph,
receipts are in the Discord, which everyone can see.
have you ever had rice cereal?
What like rice checks?
No, I mean,
like the
like-
rice pups? Or like
no,
the,
no, no. I mean, I took cooked
Kashi?
rice. I took cooked rice once, right? Put it in a bowl, poured milk on it, put some sugar on that bitch, stirred it around, and ate that.
No, I've never. done
That sounds disgusting.
If you
Look-
do rice and hot water, that was like my dad's like poor man soup. And
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know,
fair.
he does that sometimes. I think it's called lugao in Tagalog.
But as Beck said way earlier, being poor gives you crazy food cravings.
It does.
Because also, it's not even just like, oh no, I got. It's just survival. That's what it is. It's just like, I can eat these things. I'll just eat them. You know, this is what I
I
have.
think what
Just
I
gotta
ended
eat
up
it.
doing
I don't
Is
know if
I
it's
start-
food cravings or just like food creativity.
Yeah.
I started taking shortcuts with like food. Like today I made a chicken Caesar salad, but I just used canned chicken
Mm.
and tossed
Yeah.
it with the salad.
That sounds
And-
normal.
It was
With chicken
delicious.
Caesar. I mean,
Yeah,
fine.
it was delicious, and
Like-
I didn't have to worry about cooking the chicken or anything. It was ready to go.
Yo,
now, if
We
you
all-
had
we all
said
look
I did a
down at
chicken
canned
Caesar
chicken,
sandwich
but-
without the Caesar, then you're like, well, then you just had a chicken salad.
okay.
Like
Yeah,
I remember this one time. All I had in that was in the fridge. I had some pandesal over on the side. I had like 2 Kraft singles, and there was like a bag of pepperonis. You know,
Yeah.
when my mom would make pizza or whatever. So I'm like, all right. So I cut the pandesal. You know, put that in the toaster oven. Let that get nice and toasty. Then I threw the cheese on it so it would melt a little bit onto the
do that.
pandesal. Took it out. Put the peppers on it. Put it back in the toaster oven so both the cheese and the pepperoni started
Oh.
cooking.
Mhm.
Ate that shit. Oh god, it was so good. That was a good evening. My mom didn't get home until like 2 hours later.
Did you guys cut up hot dogs and put them on quesadillas too?
No,
I
I
had a
just
lot
ate
of
the hot
sandwiches that
dogs
way.
separate.
What'd
Yeah.
you say?
Like cut up hot dogs and put them on a quesadilla that you microwave in the.
Yes, but we also would do the sandwich thing where if we were out of buns, I would slice them down and just like a
Oh,
layer of
yeah.
a hot dog on a sandwich. Yeah.
I just cooked
Yeah.
the hot dog separate and ate it by itself while eating the
Yeah.
quesadilla itself.
We would,
yeah.
Jen's got it. We would put hot dogs in like spaghetti.
I put hot dogs in my
macaroni,
spaghetti.
My grandmother was a really big fan of putting fucking tuna in a lot of stuff. I don't think tuna needs to go in a lot of things, but it's fine.
Yeah.
You know,
I put tuna in mac and cheese. If I
Yeah,
need
I
to
don't
that's
like
good.
it. It's
weird. Yeah,
It's a consistency.
weird.
Like, the textures
fair.
are weird to me. Like I'll eat it, but I was always just like, I don't love
See,
this.
You
that
It has to be
again.
canned
Like
tuna.
too
I'm not
separated.
putting like
Yeah.
what is it? Tuna that I baked and then putting it into mac and cheese.
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
only
but yeah, we're,
canned tuna.
yeah.
yeah.
Like again, that was like
Not
another
put
one of my like,
Filet in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things. Just I look in the cupboard. Okay, we got some Kraft mac and cheese. Oh, and there's a can of tuna. All right, I can make this shit work. You know,
Yeah,
just mix it
and I've made
together.
it-
Like,
yeah, I've done that.
There's a
Where are
Kraft,
you
but I need
guys-
protein.
What was like? Grant, we're gonna branch off. What was like the one meal, your quick first response meal that you refused to eat as a kid? Like your parents were like, "You must eat this thing," and you were like, "No, I don't like it."
Vegetables.
Okay, well that's the same now, but I mean, like as a kid thing. It's like,
I eat
Mm.
more vegetables than I did when I was a kid.
that's true.
Oh, I ate a lot of
Ravi,
vegetables
you
as a
ate
kid.
moles?
mole.
I
The
know
f-
I'm being funny.
You white motherfucker.
I know what the fuck
my
mole is, bitch. At least 4/4 of me knows.
4 quarters, he said. 4 quarters, he
we
said,
ate
everybody.
moles.
So all
you
of
were
him.
correct.
Yeah.
I don't do
on
math.
this guy.
Yeah,
obviously.
I hated, still kind of lukewarm on it. What are your thoughts on meatloaf?
Okay,
Oh, I'm down for
I like
meatloaf.
Yeah,
meatloaf.
I'm fine with
But
it.
a lot of the times people make meatloaf, especially the Filipino kind, they put raisins in it. And I don't mind
Yeah,
the raisins.
no, my
in
mom
there,
never put the raisins in it. Thank God.
But-
But I hate the seafood meatloaf.
but
I don't
I-
like that.
Yeah.
There's a seafood meatloaf?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
mom used to make seafood.
Yeah.
Like
I remember eating that one.
because
yeah.
a lot of times it's just like, well, this is all we have in the freezer. My mom's just like, all right, let me just put this shit together. Like,
When you guys
Sure,
have meatloaf,
sure.
Food of the
is the
Philippines?
sauce on top a different sauce or is it ketchup?
It's unfortunately it's usually ketchup, which is
Okay.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
because
We
that's how
use-
I've
we
had
use
my
pasta sauce.
meatloaf, and it was
Hmm.
ketchup, which I don't
that's
mind. I
probably
like
better
it.
than ketchup.
It was.
Yeah.
My dad also liked to crunch up Ritz crackers in it to hold the meat together, so there was always like a Ritz cracker surprise sometimes in it.
Oh, my
Um,
mom
Like
just like
Ritz
toasted
crackers.
bread and did that.
I also didn't like the way that it looked, or that it's called a meat loaf. It
Nice
just,
loaf
You
of
don't
meat.
like the loaf part of the meat?
it just always bothered me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not a
like-
meatloaf person.
Yeah, like for us, we would have meatloaf, usually made with beef, some carrots.
I saw carrots and peas in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ours was just
Some
meat.
onion
There ain't nothing else inside
Yeah.
there.
and
Yeah.
meat.
I'm interested in this fish loaf though. What kind of fish was it?
I have no idea what kind of fish it was.
Fair
Yeah, it
enough.
just
I
looked
don't
like
know
a
how you're
log, so
loafing
you couldn't
fish.
really tell what.
I don't know.
What it was
I don't know
there.
what my mom. It was either my mom or grandma. One of them made it. Like I just saw in
I
the freezer
remember.
one day. I'm like, all right, I'll have some of the meatloaf. Oh no, that's not
Yeah,
the one I like.
crunching up tuna
Yeah.
and fucking shrimp tails. Like I want to know what consists in a
I
seafood
remember
loaf.
this though, because we were living together at the time, and you're like, Steph, you could have all the seafood loaf. I don't like it, and I was like, isn't
See-
that bad?
see-
and I was like,
see?
it's okay.
She
I
knows.
didn't
Like
think it was that bad.
I personally, I just didn't
thought
like
it was
it
fine.
personally.
Yeah,
No,
no,
that's
that's fair.
no, and,
Yeah.
and
That's
you
okay.
don't need to, but
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah, that's fair.
But
It
yeah,
didn't go
so
to waste. I ate
yeah,
it.
so
I
we
guess I was this old
Yeah.
to realize that you can make several different kinds of
You can
loaves.
make any kind of loaves you want.
Well, you
I
can make
just
anything
really
into a
thought
loaf.
I
Yeah.
get you are correct. I
If
just
someone
never
told
thought
me there
about
was
it.
a cheese loaf,
Well,
I'll
no,
eat
because
it.
they come in logs.
I love cheese logs.
Yeah.
a cheese loaf
What
is a
about
cheese
chips?
loaf.
Yeah.
Oh,
People loaf.
Oh, that's just a hard
a fish
penis.
trunk.
Let me think. All right. A food that my family made as a kid that was an
That I
instant
didn't
no
like.
for me.
Oh, you know what I really didn't like? There's a Filipino dish where they use bitter melon.
Oh
and
yeah, yeah. I
I
don't like
know,
it.
I know that that's in the title,
Yeah,
but that shit was so bitter that I was like, why would you just eat this?
because it's
Like, I would rather starve. I
'Cause
would
it-
just starve.
because it's
I'm
like
not
bitter
hungry
melon.
anymore.
It's like bitter melon chicken, and like it's like in a broth sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I swear to God, that shit was so like. Sometimes they put egg in that dish too, but it was just so fucking bitter. Oh, go ahead, Anthony.
Anthony, sheltered white boy. What's a
Yes.
bitter melon?
It's exactly what
melon
it sounds
that's
like.
bitter as fuck. Like it tastes like I don't know, like you sprayed air freshener and your mouth was open and you were fucking walking through the room and it just tastes like fucking gross.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
these
just-
are terrible looking.
They're green.
Where in the Vons are they?
And
Oh,
the-
they're not at a white
the-
person store.
Yeah, that's
know
true.
what?
No.
Yeah,
Ah.
that's what I'm thinking.
You
They
know,
I have
could
never
be,
seen
but in a
this.
special section.
probably in like
like,
the Asian
Kind of
section.
near the
Yeah.
organic stuff, but like at
Yeah.
the very top
The
shelf that
ethnic
no one ever
section?
gets.
Yeah.
And it's like $5.99 a pound. So overpriced. Go to an Asian store.
And cornbread. I don't know what my mom did above her kare kare. No peanut butter ever. Like,
Oh.
yeah.
Wait, what? I gotta what?
Oh, I love curry curry. That's another dish. It's like a Filipino curry, I guess you could say. But we
It's
use
made with-
peanut butter. It's a peanut butter
Ooh.
based sauce. It's
Yeah.
so bomb.
Look, I
It's
love
bomb.
when I get Thai food and they don't give me the peanut sauce for my shit. I get angry. So,
Oh,
like I'm here for your melted peanut butter. Thank you.
it was so good.
Yeah, like
Forgive my
Yeah.
stupid culture confusion. Is the Filipino culture the one that does that egg? in
bullet.
the- is that
Bullet?
thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not necessarily just Filipino because I know other cultures eat
Okay.
bullet too, but
Is
yeah.
is it good?
I've
Steph?
tried it twice in my life, and
No
I don't-
shirt
I've
for you
never-
that says I love it.
I've never I've never been in a situation in those both 2 times where I was just like, this is something I want to eat again. Because I can't get it out of my head what I'm eating.
Yeah.
And unless someone is telling me what to eat exactly, I don't know what to eat. Because there's this really hard part that I thought you can eat, and I willy-nilly took a bite and it hurt. And I was like, oh, you
That's
don't
the
touch
beak,
this.
girl.
Yeah. No. There's a part of the egg. It's like it sits on top where it just like hardens, like it solidifies. And I'm just like,
Ew.
that's not what you're supposed to eat. But like,
Ew.
I've had some people be like, oh yeah, you can hear the bones breaking when you crunch. And I'm just like,
yeah. It's never been a thing for me. Mostly because, I mean, egg, for one. But two, I also can't get out of my head what that is. So.
It's kind of like, you know how, because like, there's a dish one time. So like, if you already know basic adobo, like, it's, you know, most of the time it's chicken. Sometimes it's pork. Yeah. There was a time that I went to somebody's place and they had the dish, but grasshoppers were in it. And I couldn't do it. And my dad was just like, oh, you know, it's okay. And I was just like, I don't think I can like mentally like be able to like eat this. I know what sauce it is. I know what it's going to taste like. I can't get it past my head. But yeah, I can't. I don't know. Maybe there'll be a third time I try bullet and maybe I'll have a different opinion. But I don't know. It was, the whole process of going through it wasn't worth what I tasted in that bite. So I just don't go back.
Anthony doesn't like fish.
It's true. I mean, any fish.
Is it too fish? Is it because it's that fishy taste, or you just don't like fish?
It's a weird texture thing. Most seafood has this weird resistance at first when I bite it.
Yeah.
I just kind of can't do it.
Like, have you ever ate someone's like fish and chips, like a fish and chip plate, and realized like, yeah, no, I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of it's probably like still in my head. Like I should probably give a fish and chip another try. It's been a long time.
Ooh,
so good. I love fish and chips.
We could go to the fish and chips place when we go on our Vegas trip. Gordon Ramsay's fish and chips.
Down.
Well, like shrimp, I can't do. Like,
oh, I was gonna ask that too.
Shrimp has this weird initial chew that
you don't like.
That it seems wrong. There's a handful of things that are like that, and it's usually like this instantaneous like wrongness that if I bite something that doesn't give to my teeth the way instinctually I feel it should, then I get weirded out by it.
Anthony, is it all seafood? You don't do seafood? Okay.
Largely, yeah.
Okay.
So he's never had a crawfish boil?
I've written it all off. No, I haven't. I've largely written it all off. I have had, like, I enjoy a tuna fish sandwich.
Okay.
I have had lobster and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But like,
you got adventurous with sushi for a while. Did you like any of that?
Not for a while, but I've done my damnedest.
Okay.
I'd say I've certainly gave it the college try.
Fair enough.
Yeah, something about chewing it. It doesn't feel right. It makes me feel gross or weird or.
You just don't like the mouthfeel. Like that's fair.
Yeah, the feeling in your mouth.
Yeah.
That's fair. Huh.
Jordan, do you like fish?
Yeah, I love fish. My brother does not though. He does really like crawfish though. Like shellfish is like his thing.
Tuna fish is like saying beefsteak.
What about beefsteak?
Beefsteak. I like beefsteak.
Beefsteak.
I like shrimp a lot, but I do not like it when it comes to your table with the legs and eyes still attached.
Oh, yes.
I'm not into that. To me, that's a lot more work. Yeah, I'm like, I don't need that nonsense at my table. Also, I don't like that it's served in a giant plastic bag. Like, I know that's how it comes, but I'm always
the boil.
Did you just bring a bag to my table and sit it on a plate? Like, I'm at a restaurant.
No restaurant does that though.
No, yeah, they when you
the boil. when you get the boil?
It's like in a plastic bag, and all the seasonings and spices are in the bag
Okay,
with
yeah,
the
yeah,
shrimp,
yeah.
and they shake it up.
And the
Yeah.
corn.
Yeah.
But
They
like,
literally
so
drop it
bomb.
on a bag on the table
Yeah.
and go, "Here's your meal."
but yeah, but
Oh,
what
so
place
good.
does it? But with still the heads attached, like.
Oh, there's a couple places out here that
Boiling
do
crab
it.
still does that, I think. Boiling crab still does that, and there's a lot of places that still have it. It's kind of gross, but what I do is I pull the head off and I
Yeah.
suck the juice.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed
Just
to
a
do.
little
I don't.
toss.
That's what you're
Yeah.
supposed to do. Yeah.
Like we watched a video the other day of some a lady in Florida doing the crawfish thing, and I was like, and she goes, "Oh yeah,
crawfish
you
is
break
great.
it, and then
Yeah,
she's
there's
like,
a whole
she's like, and you
etiquette
suck
for
the
that,
brain
yeah.
out." I'm like, no, I'm okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want to suck the brain out of anything. I'm all right.
See, for crawfish, I'm fine with just tearing them apart, eating their
Oh my
insides.
god.
But it's shrimp where it's like with the head. I just don't like the head for shrimp. Really.
Corn. I know exactly what you're talking about. I literally had the same exact conversation yesterday with one of my roommate's friends, and we were talking about. I said, so like, I enjoy eating crab. I like the taste of crab. I like eating crab, but the process of eating it makes me feel like a fucking barbarian.
Yeah.
I start breaking off parts and wondering if I can eat it, and then I stare at it, and I was like,
Yeah.
can I eat this? And then I eat it. And then the reaction is either, oh, that's good, or,
Oh, I could.
oh,
eat
I don't
that.
think I'm supposed to eat that, and I take it out. But
Yeah.
like, it makes me feel, yeah, it's
It's the same thing when I eat ribs.
bizarre.
I feel a little dirty when I eat ribs. Like I'm like a Neanderthal, just like
I
you know, you like.
do not like being a messy eater. I do not.
Oh
like
no, you and me have.
messy
Yeah, me and Anthony have cut ribs.
What's your-
Yeah.
like our pinkies are up, like ooh. It's like, we'll just cut this off.
What's your etiquette on eating a chicken wing? Like, are you just like a few bites, or you clean the bone? I clean the
I
bone.
do not.
Steph,
I do not clean. the
I'll
bone.
put that thing and pull it out plain.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, yeah.
Meat
Not
goes
to
in,
I
bone
will
comes
go
out.
around-
nothing get nasty. I'll clean that bone.
Okay.
I'm
I
nibbling
will- I
on
will
on
eat
the
around
edge.
the
Start
meaty
eating little
part
parts
in the middle.
Yeah.
I'll get.
Anthony gets
the meaty part.
boneless so that he can eat it with his hand or his fork and
I
knife.
don't know
Like
what it is.
That's how I deal with that situation.
yeah,
I
he
just
just gets
feel like-
boneless wings.
I feel like they
My
taste
wings have
different.
little meat hats and meat skirts. When
Well,
I'm done.
Yeah.
Steph. The thing is,
Yeah.
bone in is juicier, boneless is drier.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Okay, yeah.
That's why
So it's
when
like-
you're
Dark meat,
that's why
white meat.
that's why when you're eating bone in, you feel like, oh, it's so juicy and delicious because it has all the
Yeah.
juices are
Okay,
sealed
that's
in there.
why.
That's
Yeah,
what it
no,
is.
'cause whenever I have the option, I will
Right.
ask for
Juicy
bone
bones.
in. Yeah.
And I like it breaded.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I honestly I just prefer bone in, just lemon
Yeah.
lemon pepper bone in, yo,
That's
baby.
bomb.
Uh, like
I
I-
like.
yeah,
I don't hate. I don't turn away from bones, but I
Yeah.
just do not like fucking. It honestly kind of gross to me.
yeah,
Beck, I
I do not like work at all those little pieces of meat. Like,
Yeah.
Still attached.
Oh no,
That's
I've
fine.
you and me have had plenty of rib or chicken wings in our past. I've seen
Yeah.
you eat it. You're just like,
Yeah.
oh, you're not gonna eat all that that chicken, are you? It's
yeah.
like,
Like
I was like, you left a whole bite on that thing.
Like bone.
You can
Granted,
eat my scraps.
Not that's gross.
that is gross. Like I have nothing wrong with boneless. It's just nugs and tendies. That's all it is. Like
Mhm.
sometimes when I'm in the mood for that. Sometimes I just
Yeah,
want that
that's
bone
fair.
in there.
yeah.
So I
That's
could rip
fair.
it apart like a Neanderthal. I want to feel that power. Like I
Yeah.
have decimated this creature, and everything goes to use.
Fingers are getting sticky.
And I like to
Again,
throw
I
it
don't
on
like
the
messy
pile of
food.
bones in front of me.
Oh, that
just
you
like,
already had? Yeah.
Yes, I'm like
So-
It makes
yes.
you
So
feel
the others know what's in store. You know.
Yeah.
Yes, Revi. There's so little meat. Why bother with it? There's
At
there's another
a,
one right there. I'm gonna move on to that.
It's not
Thank
about
you,
that.
Revi.
You're not
Thank you.
wrong, but it's
You're
also not
not-
about that.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. You're not wrong, but it's not about that.
super off
I'm not-
topic.
I'm not
Oh, go
trying
ahead.
to connect to some inner Neanderthal.
I
You're
am.
fine.
Have you
No,
ever
I've
seen
seen
me
you
eat
eat
a chicken wing, a turkey
See,
leg?
burrito. Anthony connects to his inner Neanderthal when he eats a burrito.
For me, there's something satisfying about it. Like after eating it, I'm just like, oh, okay, that was good. You know, it was fun. Yeah.
I think we all have animal moments where we tear into things with our teeth, like we're it's a final meal and we're wolves.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. No, it was really random, but yesterday I went to Jack in the Box, right? And there was a sign for a new sauce that they had, and it's called Good sauce.
Yeah,
So I was just like,
Good sauce.
the guy who had rugged me up, he was just like, I was like looking at it, and I was gonna take a picture, but I just thought it would be awkward because I was gonna take a picture and show you guys. But then yeah, he was just ringing me up, and I didn't want to take the picture while he was there. But it was just so silly because he was just like, "Do you want any sauce?" And I looked at him and I was like, "Can I get that good sauce?" And then I was like, "I'm actually saying that good sauce." And he looked and he's like, "You want that good sauce?" I was like, "Yeah." And it's just such a dumb moment. But it was so silly saying it.
I would do that
So
all day.
stupid.
If the company I work for
Dog.
is providing me a bit,
Yeah.
then I'm doing it. Leland will attest, and we'll close out after this. When we worked at the Sam Goody,
Yeah.
you would have to answer the phone. Thank you for calling Sam Goody.
Yeah.
Where we have blank, whatever.
Yeah.
I pretty much only answered in whatever like vaguely comical or sexual title that happens to be out.
Yeah.
I Metallica S&M for a long time.
Yeah.
Chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water for a very long time, and that was a lot to answer the phone with.
Or Crystal would be like, "Thank you for calling Sam Goody. Where now you can get Bush."
Yeah.
Yeah, we all did this.
If the company's gonna provide me with material, I'm gonna run that shit into the ground.
Yeah.
Where we got Bush. Excuse me?
Steph, by the way, Bush is a band.
I don't know that. I don't
Okay,
know that.
yep.
I just took it as the Bush.
Yep,
And
there you
I
go.
was just like, that's funny.
It's where Gavin Rosdale's drummer is.
You know, Steph, from that Childish Gambino
the-
song, like Gavin Rosdale's drummer, chilling with my Filipina at the local Jollibee. Anyway, just continue.
Gotcha.
Anyway, continue with your thought, Anthony.
Anyway, that put a speed bump. No, that was it. I love when I get provided bits by people who are not trying to give me bits.
Huh.
All right, let's get out of here.
That's
If you
interesting.
have enjoyed this episode, please be up on our social medias. They let you know when we are doing more things. You can find us on the Twitter, Instagram, and the Facebook by searching LORC Podcast or League of Ridiculous Conversations. If you are watching us on Twitch, we're live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you missed the front part, you can download that as a podcast. We're available in all podcast places. You figure it out. You're a smart person. I don't feel like I feel like the podcast aspect is really just dropping lower and lower importance on the whole show and the medium. I think live Twitch is really more where the avenue goes. We've knocked 2 questions. 1 question, 2 questions off.
I think that was one.
The struggle meal. Yeah, the struggle meal really evolved.
Yeah.
We are down to 58 topics on our list of ridiculousness. If you would like to add more crazy conversation topics that you have had with friends late at night at a Denny's, that's that sweet spot that we're looking to find. Send us those ideas. You can email them to us if you like at lorcpodcast@gmail.com. Shut up. Don't jinx us, Scott. Our Discord is free to everybody who is interested. If you would like to be a part of our many different conversations during the week, reach out to us on those previously mentioned social medias and we will get you hooked up. It is a good time, a welcoming community, and just full of friendship. Our Discord, that's where it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just to let everybody know, next month, May 14th, we are having a 12-ish hour charity stream where we will be playing video games. We will be doing a D&D one-shot. We will be having fun, and we will be continuously just running the heck out of the link for donations requested for Take Steps, which is a charity foundation that raises money for research to cure Crohn's and colitis. More on that, so more reason to be up on our social medias. I think pretty soon we can announce at least the guests for the D&D portion. And once we figure out a schedule, we will start promoting the individual acts and shenanigans that we'll be getting up to. But at the very least, 12 hours of us online goofing off. I think that last 3 hours is going to be the real sweet spot where we're starting to kind of like lose sanity as like energy runs out of our bodies.
And that's when we do
Except
the podcast.
maybe, Jordan. Yeah, then we do the podcast. You know what? Maybe we do. Maybe we do the podcast early and just like at the end of 10 hours of streaming and mental focus and no breaks ish. I don't know. Some of us might get breaks between other people's segments.
Yeah.
Maybe then we do the podcast. Leland gets home right from work.
Yeah.
Just roll right
Oh,
into
that'd
it.
be cool. Hang out, talk about stuff.
On Saturday.
Saturday.
Oh.
It's a nice busy day at work for you, and you just got to roll right into this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, May 14th, it's happening. I would really love it to see everyone at least come out and have fun with us. Donate what you can.
Tell your friends and family.
Yeah, tell as many people as you can. Share the social media posts that we'll be putting up, all that stuff. The bigger the success, honestly, this is a family charity thing that we've been doing for a long time. I finally stepped up and found a way to uniquely contribute. So this is my first time really, looking to help out. So I would really like to show up everyone else in my family. Help me out, yeah?
Yes.
So that's coming up next month in really 4 weeks, just about exactly. So that's happening. Jordan, you are out on the internet having a good old time elding that ring.
Yep, sure am. You can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear and on Twitch.tv/Jordan is a Bear. When you might ask, well, right now for one, but also on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The schedule might actually turn into Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday at 7 Pacific Standard Time, but we'll see what happens. For the most part, let's see. Last week, I put up Co-op Thursday, which is what Steph and I do right here on Twitch.tv/LRC podcast. But I also had it on my channel at the same time, so you can see both of our perspectives. Steph was on LRC, I'm on mine. Pick what you want to watch. And then Sunday was our community day at LRC Gaming, where we played First Class Trouble and Red Dead Online. It's been a while since we played Red Dead. Well, it's been a long time since I've been on when we played Red Dead.
Yes.
No, it's been a while.
Yeah. It was fun. It was a good time. What are we playing this week? I don't know. You should tune in and find out. But this Thursday, Steph and I think we found our way into the end game of The Forest, so we can probably finish that game this week.
You've said that every week.
Yeah, but
maybe
but this time is
maybe I think this is the actual time because we went through caves again, and we're gonna get there.
Maybe if Steph stops blowing up their cabins.
Right, Steph? Blowing up our cabin all the time.
I didn't make any mistakes this past stream.
Yeah, but that's like her thing though, because she blows up our horses all the time too. So like,
it's true. If you just give Steph dynamite, something's blowing up.
Yeah, that's probably
mostly something you care about. Houses, horses, friends. It's a good time.
I had a blast.
Oh God.
Steph, you've been popping up with surprise streams. How is anybody ever gonna catch you?
By following my social medias. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at Stephanoids. Hey, without a schedule, I still worked my way up.
It's true.
And to be honest, I have more people tune in on my random streams than I do with a schedule.
Well, you don't know because you never had a schedule.
I mean, I did one at the beginning, and then I realized I can't commit because my life is too crazy to have a set schedule. It's like I stream.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
That's
gotta
pretty
learn
much
to say
it.
no, girl.
Not
Just say
not
no.
in my situation.
It's
But it's
Twitch
okay.
night.
It's
Twitch
okay.
night, baby.
It's all okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Steph hit 50 followers this week.
finally.
Congratulations to her.
I just
Now
need to
she
do
just
the
has to
other
stream
stuff.
more.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And do all the extra stuff. But I am still playing Cooking Mama, so if you like watching that, watch me do that. That's all I got. Leland,
Yep,
where can the
put that
people
on the
find
back
you?
of the book.
You can follow my art adventures at Leland Pierce Art on Instagram and Facebook. But me and Anthony have a little competition going. If you follow me on Twitter at @mildchuckles, if I get 25 followers, I have to actually make a tweet. I'm at 11 followers as of today. So this is very exciting.
I'm really excited to see what Leland's gonna say.
Steph, I don't even think you're one of the followers.
Really?
We dropped the bar down 4 quarters.
Yeah, I wanted to try for 50 to 100, but we know how this really is.
Robot,
So-
tell me how much money to give you so you can make emotes for me.
At Mild Chuckles.
I'm sure I
Well, Beck, you're following them now. That's what matters.
Yes. Hold on.
And if you'd like to clean my bone, find me at Spooky the 13th on Instagram and the Twitter.
Oh.
So until next week, I'm Anthony, and in alphabetical order we are.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Leland.
I'm disgusted.
And we'll see you next week.
I'm glad someone did it.
Bye.
Bye. And save. Save. And this
why I'm
is
single.
259.
259.
Yeah, 259.
LoRC 259. Okay.
Night, Beck.
All right, see you, Beck.
Night back.
Ooh, Beck, tell me about your D&D character when you can. I need deets. So I can add
Like Lydia?
extra shit.
Robot, give me that link.
I need to add the deets.
Mild chuckles.
Oh, what link for what?
For Rovi's commission link for pixel emotes.
Oh yeah. I mean, if anyone doesn't know, Revi's fucking pixel gifts and whatnot have been really
So
fucking
cute.
top notch. If you're not
Oh, yeah.
following
They're
him
real
on Instagram and seeing all this,
They're great.
once again, the kid can just do whatever he decides he's gonna do.
Yeah. Hand it to him, he'll figure it out.
I've yet to see him fail.
But whenever I hop in on Rovi's streams, my little avatar is me walking next to Charizard, and it's the best.
No. So cute.
doesn't work.
Save.
There we go. Now we're in Knights mode.
Knights.
Let's see here. I got some packages today. Some of them
Ooh.
I can open.
Oh, I got one.
Some of them I'm keeping secret.
I got one package off Etsy yesterday, but go first.
For the Ren Fair trip that we're on late at the end of the month with Leland and crew. I think this is this is my sweet vest.
Ooh, Leland, are you gonna dress up?
Yeah, of course. I tried all my shit.
came in.
I tried all my shit on today.
Yeah.
It all fits too.
I don't know how to.
Fuck
which way they're
you.
supposed to go. Ooh, that looks
Ooh.
cool. I like that.
now you have my troubles. You lean back just
Yeah.
enough, you just start disappearing.
And this.
Yo, I hate this so much. I hate this so much. I'm actually gonna turn it off.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
See, now all you gotta do is just like, zoom in the camera a little bit, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
got no-
Wow.
And it's got tails.
Oh wow.
Oh.
And it's sleeveless, so I can show off the guns.
Oh, look at that.
You're not gonna wear a shirt
I don't know. I haven't
because
decided yet.
you're really pasty. It's gonna be hot.
Yeah, Leland,
We're gonna be outside.
When's the Ren Fair?
April 30th.
April 30th. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, this keeps going off.
So wait, Steph, is your like costume done or? Because I mean, those horns look fine.
Yeah. I got the horns and I got my outfit. The only thing that I was looking into was possible because I don't have pockets in my in that hooded robe. I guess it's called a hooded robe. So I was looking into like one of those waist pouches. And I found one on Amazon for like $20, which is perfect to hold my phone and like wallet and cash.
Mm.
But I think I'm still gonna bring my backpack. But I just wanted something that I could like easily put my phone into a pocket.
Yeah.
I
That
don't
makes
have a
sense.
pocket. So I found a nice little messenger bag on Amazon.
Is it like a leather messenger bag?
Yeah, let me see. The one that I was looking.
Are those shin guards?
No, they're bracers.
Oh, bro, even better.
Wow.
Although, I guess I could get it around the front of my shin. If I really wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, also it does make more sense that they're wrist guards.
I was trying to get something like that, like a little pouch,
Yeah.
and it just kind of like goes on my waist, but that's all I got. As well as other packages. One, I ordered this off Etsy. I got this long before their little strike. But one, it came in this tiny little gift bag, which I think is so fucking cute because it's so miniature and so small. Look at this tiny little gift bag. I'm going to keep it forever. But wait for it. Because
Oh my god, yeah, that's a
they're the
good point. Rovi's a leather worker. Like,
cutest little things, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Oh no, they're green. It's not going to work. God damn it.
turn off your filter.
Okay. Shit, I wasn't prepared for this.
Don't turn off your filter then. Don't do it.
No. But you know what? I'll just take a picture of it and post it on the Discord.
Boom.
Someone made cute little star papu fruit earrings, little dangling earrings from Kingdom Hearts. So I grabbed them, and they're so cute because they have like the little star and like the little leaves, and so cute, so freaking cute. Let me post it.
So are you gonna wear those too?
I don't know. Okay, so that's another thing that I was gonna look into. One, this is a real dumbass question because I really didn't know how to spell it, and I kept seeing weird things. Okay, you guys keep referencing a satyr.
Yes.
How do you spell a satyr? Because when I looked up
S-
satyr makeup, vanities were showing up. And it was just satyr as in wood, and this was like
That's cedar.
wasn't it like a Morris chestnut situation where like I looked up chestnut and all I got was chestnut wood things, and I was just like, this isn't what I wanted. I wanted
S S A T Y R.
Satyr.
That's why I had no idea how to look up satyr. And there was a point where I was gonna call Jordan to just be like, because I don't know how to spell it,
Why
and
didn't you?
all the auto-correct spellings are so wrong.
Oh,
I
shit.
knew I was gonna see you on the podcast anyways. That's why I came up. Satyr. Okay.
Yeah, you could just
Or-
message me like.
Yeah.
Steph,
Well, I
if you
couldn't message
forget-
you it because I didn't know how to spell it.
Fair.
If you forget, you could also look for faun, Faun, like in Labyrinth.
Oh, okay. I also looked up Ram makeup, and sometimes it was good and sometimes it was bad. I don't know what to do exactly. I have an idea in my head that I kind of want to put like black makeup, like as like a black mask right here, and then wear
Okay.
crazy contacts, and then have my horns. I don't know if that's a thing. Is there times where it's just black only here?
Like black face paint?
Yeah, black face paint just right here.
Well,
Is that weird?
I mean, you could do it any way you want.
Well, what's the Ren Fair called?
I'm working on it.
Pleasure
Okay.
Fair?
That's it.
Pleasure Fair?
Yes.
Yeah. It's not LA. I forget the
Aaron,
County?
It's near San Bernardino
Wild.
area.
Yeah.
Oh,
San
okay.
Bernardino
Yeah.
Pleasure Fair.
Yeah.
Well, good, it
San
fits
Bernardino
nicely.
Pleasure Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that weird?
That name does not scream Renaissance Fair to me.
But when you're there, you
It's
feel the
pleasurable.
pleasure.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you feel
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I need references on like what I could do with my makeup.
Anything you
Steph,
want.
But I am gonna wear a mask.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Go to Instagram and find I think it's Cecil the Fawn.
Uh-huh.
Where's my phone? They are
You could do it around your browser stuff with Vivaldi.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
that's right.
I don't know if it's still if like this is still considered
Oh, the
cosplay or
fawn.
not.
Yeah.
I believe
it.
it's
Follow you.
Cecil.
Apparently Cecil the Fawn is
found it.
Bernadette Banner's sibling,
I don't know what that is.
according to Cornbrev,
Yeah.
who loves them
Oh.
both.
Okay. Yeah, I found Cecil some months ago,
Mhm.
and I am just so enamored by them. They are so fun and charming and pure. I will fight a badger for them.
Yeah. Because one, I know I want to wear a
Badgers are
mask.
mean.
I'm wearing a mask for sure.
Mhm.
And I was just thinking of like black makeup around the eyes, not like eyeshadow or anything, but like black face paint, like just on the eyes, where it kind of just makes like like
Like a giant raccoon mask?
I don't know how to explain it. Is it Metal Gear Solid? What's her name? Rain?
Quiet.
Quiet shit.
Where she just like
Quiet,
wipes black
but
makeup over her
loves
face?
Rain.
She doesn't, but
Something about, or like my
she loves Rain.
my
Yes.
Division character.
Yes.
Just like that black eye makeup, I just think is so sick. Or the black paint just on the eyes. Or like maybe I'll get black paint and just do a swipe. I don't know. I haven't decided.
Some like war paint going?
Yeah, but then
Like-
it's just
like
like
a
it would
Urukai?
only cover here because I'm still wearing a mask. So it's
Yeah.
like it's just gonna show this. So like I don't know. I haven't decided. Well, I'll mess around with stuff and see what I like.
Yeah, the mask is definitely kind of like introducing a interesting challenge in like, can I work it into like the rest of the costume?
Yeah.
Or am I just gonna have to like have something that is just completely unassociated with everything else that I'm doing?
Yeah.
Or draw a face on the mask to be your mouth.
I mean, yeah, I see what you mean.
I just get one of them, the one-time disposables, get a Sharpie and just start
Yeah.
drawing on it and then huff that all day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You'll feel high, have a good time.
Such a pleasure fair.
Like maybe just like air it out for a day or two.
Then I won't get high.
Steph out here is gonna be looking like Maid Marian.
This is the
from
thing.
the Disney's
It's like a whole like drape thing with the
Nice.
hood. I don't know if that's like a good
Like
representation of that.
you look
but
like a druid.
I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna have a hood. And then with the horns, I realized I can't put the hood on, but Anthony gave me the idea of like doing the magnet thing, which is also another option, but I don't know. I was explaining it to a coworker today, and I said I feel like I'd be like a satyr / ram, but like current day.
A modern day.
Seder?
Modern day. A modern day ram.
Also, Steph Cornbread is saying, like if you need some sewing done.
Yeah, see, I didn't know if I wanted pockets or if I was just gonna get the little
Always
waist
have
belt pouch.
pockets.
You always want pockets.
It makes no sense to me that women's clothing has no pockets. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Those look the
Everyone
same
needs
on Google.
pockets.
Yeah, real pockets.
Real
Fit a whole
pockets.
hand in.
Yeah.
None of that bullshit girl pockets where it's like 2 knuckler.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
another
you
thing
get
too
to
is
slide
that
stuff
actually,
into, like it can only fit like a flash drive or something. Like,
I can't believe that that's still a thing.
right?
the what made me laugh too is the sleeves actually have like the thumb hole.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
I was
nice.
just like, that's kind of cool that that option is already there. I make pockets and
Oh, Steph, you should.
I need row
pouches
5.
filled with candy.
Oh. Like I'll just have like a little Werther pouch, and I'll be like, "Would you like some gold?"
With Werthers?
Yeah,
Werther's Originals. Yes.
Yeah.
That's your gold?
They take money.
But it's plus also Steph is secretly a 72-year-old woman
Werther's.
handing out Werther's Original.
Fucking
I don't know. Would you
pinwheel
rather have
peppermints?
a butterscotch candy?
No, give me a Werther's Original.
That is
I-
a Werther's Original.
I like.
No, it
No,
is
they're
not. There are two
Butterscotch
different.
is 2 different things.
Yeah.
And Werther's are amazing.
Those butterscotch candies are in that one like tannish, like clear tan wrapper, and then Werther's are in the gold tin foil. And they taste delicious. Man, remember when we had cream savers? I would have gave those out. I like the strawberry ones.
You can get those again at Big Lots right now.
I know, I saw them.
Yeah.
I didn't grab
Steph,
them. I'm stuffed my pouch.
They were made at the same time.
just the whisper to herself. I need to grab them.
I
Mental
like-
note.
I like.
Quick, Steph, set another alarm.
For a weird
you go after
arbitrary
work.
time that is not convenient.
I need to set it at exactly like
2:47 p.m.
no, at exactly 5:03 because I'd already be walking to my car and be like, "Oh, you know what? What am I going to do after work? Oh, I know. I'm going to get me some cream savers. I'm going to go to Big Lots and get candy.
All
While
the
I'm there,
logic of a
I'm also going to
child.
get Werther's."
You know what?
You know-
Speaking of children, Steph started showing me this show on Netflix called Old Enough.
So fucking
It's a
cute.
Japanese show where they get toddlers between the ages of 2 and 5, and they have to like run an errand for their parent, usually their mom.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, go to the grocery store and get these ingredients for our curry tonight, and come back home.
Yeah, this is on Netflix.
And let me
So,
tell you, this is the cutest goddamn thing I've ever seen in my life. And these little baby geniuses, like, I could not function on that level when I was
So cute.
their age. Like,
The very first episode is this like 2-year-old, almost like 3-year-old. His mom sends him to get curry flowers and some other ingredient, right?
curry
So-
flowers and ingredients for the curry.
Yeah. So she gives him like this little flag, so when he crosses the street, like the cars will know to stop. Now, these kids are only followed by the camera crew, and the camera crew follows just close enough that they're not in the way, but like I'm sure it was announced to everyone, like, hey, be aware of this or whatever.
There's some
So-
people on production who are like, they are safeguarding this child. Like,
Yeah.
You'd hope so.
But it was just so funny because this
well,
little
because
kid
you see
with
them
his-
in shots. Like,
yeah,
Oh.
you see the camera
Yeah.
people and everyone like in production in shots. Like,
yeah. So
they,
like
they are
as
not
subtle
letting
as
these
The
kids get
Amazing
far.
Race.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
not at
yeah.
all.
But it's just so freaking cute because it's just like a child will be a child. So it's like the child has this task. It goes into the store, and where does the first thing this child goes to? The freaking vending machines. The Gachapon vending machines. And he wants to look at stuff. And then he realizes, oh, I'm here with a mission. He starts going around, asking people for stuff. And he has these little squeaky shoes, and he's walking around. He's just being a child. It's delightful.
Yeah.
Like, I watch it. It makes me feel good.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That is cute.
Also, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean. It's really good so far.
Right on.
Yeah. I
haven't picked up where I left off in the last one.
Yeah. I'm just sad because it's the last season that's on Netflix right now, so I'm gonna have to find something else to fill that JoJo hole.
Anthony, can you wash that thing?
This?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Steam clean only.
Or I'll probably take you on that offer.
It's a regular clothing like vest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a costume garment.
Steph, maybe just like message Corm directly.
No, I will. I was just shouting it out that I will be messaging you about that because pockets would help. I also kind of still want a pouch. But I don't know if I just want like a drawstring pouch now that will just hang on my wrist like a wristlet.
I might need y'all to reinforce these clasps. I got like bra clasps to put the middle together.
Oh god.
And they look like they are just barely sewn on.
Ooh. Rovi, I think I'll also, if I could get like a drawstring pouch, I will probably do that. Like as a wristlet for my phone and my wallet, that'd be good. If I don't have something for my waist.
Yeah. Man, I wish I could go. Sounds like a lot of fun.
I know.
Hopefully. Should be.
Yeah, when I was
I haven't
telling
seen Dawn and Lauren in...
I haven't seen them since Cinco de Mayo.
Some months ago. I haven't seen
At one
Lauren
time.
I'm thinking forever.
I'm sure that's Jordan's last time too.
Yep, Cinco de Drinko. Yeah.
Wherever you are.
I should just be above you.
He's above you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really appreciate the fact that my the orientation didn't change because I'm hosting.
Yeah, that's good.
I didn't have to move anything around.
That's cool.
I have a feeling it probably has to do with our names.
Is it alphabetically?
No, that doesn't make sense because our names are.
We've
actually
moved
no.
before.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And the titles are unrelated to the cameras.
Yeah. I don't know, but
all right. Well, anyway,
it works.
Well, real quick, I see you want to get going. I just want to ask how the stream was tonight. Was the connection good? Was there
so the bit rate issues? The bit rate looks steady. So the stream looked fine. The only issue is that you were kind of choppy. But
yeah, and I think a lot of that might have been that
the background
filter. Yeah. So I'm not going to do that. I still have my old backdrop that I'll probably get and put back up.
Yeah.
No one wants to see what's happening behind the curtain.
Or do they?
Yeah. So, but all in all, yeah, it seems like it's
right on.
Successful.
Success.
Yeah.
We did it.
There we go,
everybody!
Yay!
And maybe next week, Steph, you could also try streaming on your end, and we'll have 3 going at the same time. Like,
I keep wanting to. It just really depends on how my PC feels like.
Well, I mean, because that also gives you more of a chance to troubleshoot things.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's the one thing. It finally is at bay. It's not. Shutting stuff off,
yeah, Rovi, we're doing the green screen thing through Discord itself. Because if we switch to the OBS camera, then it'll just show you what we have up on OBS, and then that's not what we want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you can see the green screen like if I put my hand up and stuff. I'll just turn it off.
Yeah, I have no problem.
No, because
we can't figure out how to do it for me, so that's why I got cool lights.
Oh no, I know now how to do it for you if you want to ever switch to it. I just turned off
think
my
about
thing.
it.
Oh, that's your green screen. I'm like, why'd you change colors? That's a bad color.
Yeah.
It's not an attractive green.
Yeah,
And
but
I
it's
say
perfect
that
for a
hating
green screen.
I mean, yeah, sure. All
Okay,
right,
good
we're
night.
getting out of here. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. You are all the very best human beings in the world. We love you very much. We will be back Thursday for Co-op Thursday, where Steph and Jordan continue to run circles in the forest. Sunday, we'll be back again for the Community Gaming Day, where we will play multiplayer games with anybody who wants to join us. You just got to be in that Discord.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And until then, keep an eye on the social medias. As the charity stream develops, we will be releasing more information that way. But overall, have a great night. You are all the best, and we will see you next time.
And join our Discord. Bye.
And join our Discord. Bye.
Bye.